Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Yeah, are you ready to have some fun tonight? Look out for number one. Put together a reaction video, and I'm going to present it today. It is brilliant. I encourage you, number one, to subscribe to Look Out for Number One. If not, share the video, or both, or do both, please. It's really good. I actually thought that he would be here, but he's not. That's okay. We'll just get going. I'll just get going with the video, and why waste time? It's too bad there aren't too many more people watching, but so be it. So here we go. Look out for number one is presenting a video.
Whatever you're claiming is to be the case. Right. Good afternoon from the United Kingdom. Welcome to my channel. In this occasion, I'm going to talk, unfortunately, again about this retard Darth Dawkins. Tom Rabbit very graciously has uploaded a video in which I'm going to give my 5 pence of rant. But yesterday, a friend of mine gave me a picture of what Darth Dawkins looked like in his school yearbook, right? And it is, oh, yeah. Okay, that is Gary Mill, aka Darth Dawkins, and whatever bullshit other names he has, screen names he has had before, right? But that's the teenager, right? And that will come into the point later in the video when he actually admitted to say, listen to me carefully. I have this teenage mentality. Fucking right you have, idiot. Yeah, you are a 60-plus-year-old dude, right, with a mentality. I think you have not grown in your brain, right? You became an adult in body, but that's it. Because you are a scumbag of a human being. You are a scumbag as an adult. Okay, I don't know what happened. We don't need to know. But we do know now how the fuck you look, or you looked at that time. So without further ado, let's hear another stupid rant, scripted rant from Darth Dawkins. Okay, so let's make it happen. Video source. Let's go.
Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these.
Thank you,
hey,
Tom Rabbit.
Tom Rabbit!
I think the question, the follow-up question, when they answer that they don't know what it is, then the question would be, well, then.
I think you're talking about we don't know about the God subject. So we don't say we don't know. That's the honest answer. From the get-go, we have the honest answer. We have not said there is no X. We're not claiming the negative. And that's Darth Dawkins' speciality, to claim the negative. Oh, by the way, let me give you another present. You see that image of Gary Mill, young? So Darth Dawkins, Gary Mill. Let me put another picture. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I made it the Darth helmet with the guy there. So let's carry on, okay?
How did you determine that it's not God? How will they?
We have not determined, right? We have not determined that there is no God. Never, ever. But carry on.
They
Right.
can't. Yeah. Yeah, so why are you up here, Tewodros?
Nothing. I just.
So what's the problem being there? Has he gone to the lion's den?
Wanted to help a friend.
Help a friend? You're no help to him. You're a troll.
I'm not a troll.
If he's a troll, you're a scumbag.
Every
you
time
think I'm
I've
a
talked
troll.
with, every time I've
You
talked
can't
with you,
disengage me.
every time I've talked with you, you've engaged in trolling. Let's prove me wrong, okay? God does not
Prove me wrong that he's a troll. Let's see how you're going to prove that.
exist because
Oh,
never said
God does not exist because is that so? If he does not answer that correctly, he's a troll. You're a dishonest piece of shit. That's what you are, Darth Dawkins.
God does not exist. I never made.
okay.
I
So
never made
so
that claim to know.
okay. So is it your position that you are withholding judgment as to the existence and non-existence of God?
No. You just slide in the non-existent. He's got lack of belief, not a non-existence. It's not putting a negative. It just says, I don't have a fucking clue. So the burden is on you to prove that whatever you're claiming is to be the case. Factually. Not fucking making it up out of thin air.
Okay. Now, do you believe that all facts that you're acquainted with derive and depend upon God?
Right. This is the typical shtick. Do you believe? It doesn't matter what anybody believes. It's what you can prove to be correct, factual correct. You have to say you have to make a knowledge claim about what you're saying. Believe. You can believe in your basement. You can believe in the fairy godmother. You can believe in, I don't know, whatever. Okay? Believe does not make it right.
Ultimate starting point.
I can't say it's God.
Darth Dawkins, prove that it's an ultimate first before putting the claim that we need an ultimate. I said that previously on my last video, and you got shit for brains. You cannot comprehend what I said, right? But because you are a coward, okay, you hide in your own script. You got a small little fucking bubble brain, and you cannot move from there. That's your intellectual dishonesty in full mode.
Do you believe that?
No, I do not.
Okay. Now,
That's it. That's it. You don't need anything else from him. I don't believe it. Right? So then it comes up to you to say, okay. You don't believe it because, okay, sorry, my bad. Right? Let me explain it, or let me change my argument, or let me give you more information, or confirm information to make to put it across to you, to say that whatever I'm saying, the bullshit that I'm saying is correct. But no. Let's see what you accuse him of.
when we talk about facts, facts can only exist within one of two realms. And I'm going to present those two realms as a true dichotomy.
No, I'm going to disprove your claim. That what you're going to just about to say is not true dichotomy.
Or not A. If I say to you A or not A, is that a true dichotomy?
Yeah,
Yes.
that technically is a true dichotomy, but that's the groundworks of the true dichotomy. The bullshit that you put in the two sentences is what does not make a true dichotomy. Because the true dichotomy has to be sound.
Okay. Facts will either reside in A or not A. Is that a true dichotomy?
Correct.
Okay. Facts will either reside in a realm of dependence and derivation from God.
No, because you can change God to whatever fuck you want. Okay? You can make it to the devil. You can make it to Peter Pan. You can make it to Santa Claus. Right? You can make it to the devil or whatever. Fuck it. Yeah? The fairy godmother, as I said before. You can make it to the unicorn, which was 2 videos ago. Right? Just replace God to whatever else, another entity, fictitious, and to Superman, Spider-Man, Hulk. Choose whatever the fuck you want. Take the word God out and replace it to another thing. Yet the statement holds. Okay? That does not make it a true dichotomy.
Or not.
Yes, that's
Do you accept that?
dichotomy.
Okay. Now, The not category means...
You know what that is? That's a false dilemma. Okay, a false dilemma is a statement claiming to be true based on the argument of something that they don't know that exists, basically. Okay, that's a false dilemma. That's it. False dilemma. We can crush that motherfucker just by saying false dilemma.
That the facts exist with independence from God.
No, independent from the 10 or 15 characters that I mentioned. Simple.
Okay. So, do you believe that there are facts?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay. Do you believe that those facts are facts because they derive?
Facts, yeah. You're an asshole. That's a fact. I don't need a god to prove that. Okay? Are you a bully scumbag? That's a fact. I don't need a god for that. Do you have minions? Yeah, that's a fact. There you are. You don't need God for that.
And are in dependence upon God?
No, I'm an empiricist.
Good. So then the facts that you believe in exist within the realm of independence from God until shown otherwise.
Independence of, remember, change the word God to the other 15 or 20 characters I mentioned, exactly the same thing. False dilemma.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. That logically and necessarily commits you to the denial of the existence of God. Are you aware of that?
Now the negation of, again, the characters I said previously before. False dilemma. Okay? He's not explaining correctly. He's narrow-minded. He's focused in a script, and unfortunately this guy, is falling for it. Okay? So it's not A and B as in God or not, or not. The attribute, it is with God or not God. Prove God first for the attribute to be correct in the first place.
Well, I know you say that, yeah, but
right.
I can prove to you that it doesn't.
Okay, let me explain to you.
No. Let me explain. No, let him prove it first. Okay, you start to fuck up there, Darth Dawkins. Yeah, if he says he's got proof, fucking listen. Listen to what he has to say. You're being dishonest, scumbag, as usual. But of course, you have to, because you are older with a child mentality. Let's see what you're going to come up with.
Okay. Let me explain to you why you're wrong.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, wrong. You haven't heard his fucking side of the argument first, you fucking idiot.
In a world where God is,
in a world where Santa Claus is, in a world where Superman is, what?
Right. And depend upon God. In a world where God does not exist, all facts would exist with independence of God. If one fact derives and depends upon God, then it necessarily follows that God exists. If a fact in question, any fact at all, does not derive and depend upon God, then it logically enough.
One that does not derive from God. You're an asshole. That's a fact. You're a scumbag. That's another fact. You gave your wife STD. That's a fucking fact. You divorced or she divorced you. That's a fact. You live in your mother's basement. That's a fact. How many facts you want? Therefore, God does not exist because it does not derive from the supernatural. I just debunked your own fucking God, you stupid idiot.
Necessarily follows that God cannot exist. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah, you've made perfect sense with your dichotomy.
Do you agree with what I just said?
I do, but here's the issue.
Okay,
that's the problem. That's the problem. He accepting it, right? Because he doesn't know the notion of false dilemma.
That there's one fact that exists with independence of God.
So here's the thing. Yeah.
Yes, you live in your mother's basement.
If you do not answer the question, I'm going to kick you.
No, don't kick me. I'm going to give you an example.
Good. Do you believe?
So you threaten people. Okay. He was going to give you an answer before on his point of view, but no. Okay. Be a bully. Oh, that's another fact. You bully scumbag.
Here's a fact.
One fact that exists
Yes.
physically, ontologically, with
Yes.
independence from God. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Your
that
mother's basement.
necessarily commits you to the denial of God.
No,
Okay,
why?
Why don't I give you the fact and why don't you?
Okay, listen to me carefully. Listen to me.
Let him fucking answer, you scumbag. Let him answer. You bully the fuck out of people. You are intellectually dishonest, piece of shit. That's what you are, in essence.
Carefully. Stop dodging what I'm
I
saying.
don't
here,
have.
Okay.
He cannot be
Listen-
dodgy because you not let him fucking answer. How fucking stupid can you be?
Listen to me.
Like,
Tewodros,
I can
listen
make
to
my
me.
own point.
Listen.
Right.
I've dealt with your bullshit before.
Okay.
Okay.
What bullshit?
Sure.
He has not said anything. He cannot say bullshit if he cannot talk. Even if it's full of bullshit, let him talk his bullshit. But you have not let him. You are even contradicting your own bullshit. How fucking scumbag can you be? Fucking hell. What a stupid asshole you are.
Listen
Excuse me.
carefully. Your high school level of reasoning isn't going to cut it here. Listen to me carefully. The reason why I have to be so assertive is because I have this teenage mentality. Listen carefully.
You have this teenage mentality. Hold on. Fucking very impressed with your fucking teenage mentality. So you reckon that is probably 90% of your reason, the reason that you are a scumbag. Da-da.
So, so Darth has analyzed himself with a teenage mentality. I think we can be absolutely convinced that he has done that because he just said that on tape.
Gary Mill.
If any fact in question exists ontologically independent of God, then God cannot exist. Do you accept that statement?
No, I do not accept it.
Okay. Is God defined?
No. Your next question would be why, and present your case. Don't just fucking overrun the conversation, or you monologue, or you... Basically, what you're doing is pure a pure interrogation. That's it. You are trying to prove, without any fucking knowledge claim, that you are correct.
As being the creator of all facts that are not himself?
Your creator, createe is a hypothesis.
Okay, sir, we're defining God. Listen carefully. We're defining God
Yes.
as the source and basis of all facts.
Defining God. You can define Peter Pan into whatever the fuck you want. That does not make it factual. Okay? You can believe whatever the fuck you want, Darth Dawkins. You can believe whatever thing. Yeah, but don't impose on another that your belief system, okay, your definition of something, it is a true entity, a living entity. That's your disconnect. You're not. You are living in your world of fantasy.
That all fact, definitionally, God is the source and basis.
Definitionally, is not a factual realm. It is here. Definitionally, is here only. Okay, you as a human being, if you are, right, you're defining something. You define the characteristics or whatever the fuck you want to define. It does not make it real. That's your fallacy.
All facts, whereupon all facts would derive and depend upon God. So if even one fact derives from God, then God would exist under that definition. Now,
yeah, but you're defining it. Okay, you're defining it. It's not a statement of fact. It's not a knowledge claim.
One fact were to exist that did not metaphysically derive from God, then God logically cannot coexist.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you accept that as true?
Okay, I'll accept it as true. God does not exist.
No, I didn't ask you that. You need to
No.
focus. You see, this is your
No.
biggest problem in our
No, it's
conversations.
not my biggest
Listen
problem.
to me. I'm gonna
No. What he's doing, this guy is doing it, is riding your wave.
That was brilliant.
Right? He's telling you, I give up. I cannot talk. I cannot express my point of view, so I'm going to ride your wave. I'm going to dance your tune. Right? Because it's not fucking point talking to you, because it's like talking to a fucking wall. And that's it. He's actually giving up, to be honest.
the room.
Why don't you
I'm
let me
going
talk?
to kick you goodbye. Fuck off.
Why don't you let me talk? I'm going to kick you goodbye.
Amazing.
Really? Is that your honesty, your integrity as a human being?
Pretty much.
You have not let him express his point of view.
Exactly.
The only thing he has said is yes or no to whatever. Right? You focus. You make him go your way. That's it. You don't say, "Oh, what's your opinion on this?" or "What's your opinion on that?" Let's talk it. Let's work it out. No, yeah, because you are a scumbag. You force him into a point that says, "Okay, fuck it, whatever you want," yeah, and then you get annoyed. You get annoyed when we dance your tune. That's fucking an irony.
You piece of garbage.
Pugnacious ass. Shut the
He's a piece of garbage. You are the Everest of piece of garbage. Yeah, you are the whole fucking mountain as a garbage. If he's a garbage, piece of garbage, fucking hell.
Okay? Yeah.
he
The reason
deserves
why I'm using my French, this guy is a piece of garbage. He's
No, he's
one
not.
of the most dishonest people I dealt with. Okay? I'm trying to
Darth Dawkins, that is called projection.
Yes,
Okay.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you're talking about yourself, funny enough.
Well said.
methodically go through to show him that what he does say he believes necessarily commits him to the non-existence of God, but he wants to be
No. No. He could be wrong, and it's up to you to prove him wrong with whatever bullshit reason that you have. And still, he could say, "I don't believe your second round of bullshit." And that's it. And he can walk away. But you have to fucking boot him, because he doesn't go along with you. You're the scumbag, man. You are the scumbag. You are the despicable human being.
fucking argumentative little punk like these atheists are.
Yep,
Okay?
of course. Oh, yeah.
And by the
Little
way,
punk, when you just said that I have this teenage mentality, you are the little punk. Yeah, you are the kid in a grown man's body. You haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying, or you don't realize what you're saying. That's even worse, because it makes you look like a fucking fool. Throughout the whole world, you are a fool. And like the black guy in the A-team, I pity the fool.
those of the audience, excuse my French. As a Christian, I shouldn't talk that way, but I'm so
You're not a
sick
fucking
of
Christian. You're not a fucking Christian. And an atheist is telling you that. You're not a fucking Christian. You're a fake Christian. You're an aggressive person that do not have a fucking clue on how to behave like a Christian. A Christian, his first thing has to be humble. You haven't got a shred of humility. Not a fucking shred.
these lying pieces of garbage. Now, he wasn't kicked because he was merely disagreeing. He was purposely
What do you mean disagreeing? He could not even fucking disagree. You did not let him fucking talk. You're not listening to what you're saying. Your mouth is bigger than your two ears. That's your fucking problem.
being deceptive and
I know.
argumentative in order to avoid the
Argumentative. For him to be argumentative, first of all, he has to fucking talk. How can you argue when you don't let him argue? That's illogical. You're not even...
implication of the succession of thought. Okay?
Amen.
Now, this isn't the
You
first
fucking idiot. Amen.
time he's done this. Every single encounter that I've had with him, which is almost maybe about a dozen occasions, maybe a little bit less than that, every single encounter, he is a deceitful little scumbag. And do I say he's deceitful?
How? Seriously, how? What part has he said to show deceit? He has to be. He has to tell you an information that is not right. Okay, not proven right. To be a deceitful person. But for that, he needs a little bit of conversation. He needs to talk. He needs to put his point of view to be able to deceive you. But give him a fucking chance, even for you to claim what he's not.
Deceitful because he disagrees with me? No, I didn't call the last guy that I talked to deceitful because he wasn't being deceitful. Did we agree? No, we didn't agree on certain things. But this guy is a deceitful little piece of garbage.
Well, of course. I mean, yeah.
Of course,
Tewodros,
I mean.
put your hand down. You're not.
Yeah, hey,
gonna be coming
Tewodros,
back
hit
up.
the road, Jack. I'm kicking you from the room. You're a piece of garbage. I'm sick of your deceit. Okay. Yeah, that will work fine for you at the 8th grade cafeteria table. It's not going to work with me. Goodbye, Tewodros. All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
And the reason why
again, a round of applause for Darth Dawkins, Gary Mill, because he kicked somebody. Okay, because he did not have the opportunity to talk. Well fucking done. Very fucking impressed. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Angry with that piece of garbage, right? It's because he does this every single time. I was being gracious in letting him up.
You're being gracious. You were gracious. Really? You being gracious? How can you be gracious with that fucking teenage mentality? Retard.
With his previous bad conduct.
By the way, did you get that Tom Rabbit?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's Gary Mill. That's Darth Dawkins in that little kid's mind. And with that, if anybody sees it, thank you for viewing. No need to subscribe. It doesn't matter. I don't do it for economic gain or anything like that. But I'm going to set my mind to humiliate that piece of shit. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Wow, that was powerful. That was a good one, man. So, yeah, room is open. Come on in. Let's talk Darth Dawkins. Darth Dawkins gets me, nine viewers. Anything else gets me 2. Why is God so evil to me? Why does he make my channel such that only when I talk about Darth Dawkins do I get maybe 10 viewers? But if I talk about Israel, Zionism, Palestine, anything, Sidney, Winston, who cares? Who cares what he has to say about Israel? Whatever, right? I get it. The thing is that I don't really want to do continuous Darth Dawkins reaction videos. However, I have assembled a lot of Darth Dawkins material. Thank you, Bill P., who shall remain anonymous. And I got so much to go through that that even though I kind of have a framework in my head how I want it to turn out, it's just I have to go through so much. So it's just going to take time. But you know what? It's December. It's when for me anyway, December is when there's no night and day. It's just all 1 month. So yeah, there you go. That was a great video. Look out for number one. I encourage you all to share the video. I think I put the original link in the description. If not, let me just check. Yeah. I put the link in the description at the bottom. So share that. You're right. DD is a real piece of shit. Did you want to debate DD's piece of shitness, or did you want to debate? You want to debate? Or somebody come in and give me a challenge, even if you're devil's advocate. Okay, come in here and prove me wrong on my statement, my axiom. Okay, my axiom. All gods are imaginary. Prove me wrong. You know what I'd like to do? If you guys want to debate, come on in and let's debate how anybody can prove me wrong. All the ways that I can be proven wrong. Let's talk about that. Come on in. Yeah. That all the ways that all gods are imaginary can be proven wrong. I wonder if I could start, I guess. All gods are imaginary, prove me wrong. Okay, I'll prove you wrong because I can't even think of one. Seriously, I can't think of one argument for it. Come on, somebody give me an argument. Let me think. My mind is a blank. Blank. Okay. Who's coming in? Anybody, or do I have to just stand here nakedly embarrassed, waiting for participants? But what I think I'll do is, I know it messes up the my resources, but it's kind of the only thing I can think of doing, is I'm going to resort to my dear friend, the timer. If you've never been introduced to the timer, I shall be doing that shortly. Now, the thing about the timer is it's very versatile in that I can do 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And what I'm alluding to, of course, is how long I'm going to wait for people to join before I just shut it down. So you either get 5 minutes of waiting or 15 minutes of waiting. Which do you prefer? Tide and Rover. I'd love to prove you wrong, Sidney, but you're not. Exactly. But what I want to do is discuss the possible ways that I can be wrong, or possible arguments that people are going to bring to prove me wrong. But there just aren't any. You're right. There just aren't any. It's not even worth debating, come to think of it. But coffee, I have coffee for everyone, just like Lucky 7 wants. Oh, Lookout's coming. Oh, awesome. All right. I tell you what, I am going to refill my coffee cup, and I'm going to start the. I'm not going to even have a timer if Eureka, awesome stuff. All right, no more timer. Oh, this is Tyler. Hey, I haven't seen Tyler for a while. Hey, man. Tyler,
Sure.
hello. We're here. Oops. Tyler has left the building. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You're back. Oh, now I'm muted. All right. I hear you, but there's a lot of background noise.
Give me one moment.
Sure.
Sorry, give me like 2 minutes.
2 minutes, you got it. I have a 2-minute timer, but oh, Mr. Silly. So silly. Time to talk. You're on form today, Bill. Show business needs you. Okay. Right, so I am going to refill my coffee now. This is what I'm going to do. So if anyone comes in while I'm away from here, please inform them that I'm away from here. I'll be 20 feet away or maybe 50 feet away, and I'll be back 50 feet later. Okay. I better mute myself.
Okay, I'm here. Hey, this guy is absolutely right. These dichotomies of Darth should not even, they shouldn't be considered, because you're talking about until you establish that something exists in the real world, then a dichotomy like that, the only correct, valid sound dichotomy is God or no God, unless you're talking about it as a fictional character, like God is the protagonist of the Bible, or he is not, or, you know, the same way you would talk about Voldemort or something like that. But if you're going to talk about him as a real being, whatever it is, a mind, then God or no God, that's the only valid sound dichotomy. Yeah, but you know, Jay Rowling, Jay, yeah, 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 something like that. but But I mean, you know, you could say you could put a dichotomy like rabbits eat carrots or they do not, right? That's or they do not. Okay, but if I say the Loch Ness monster eats fish or it does not, that's not a sound dichotomy. I mean, it's valid in form.
Thank you for telling me I'm muted, everybody. Deception. No, Bill. Yeah. Well, everybody. Sorry. My record is intact, everybody. I actually had a segment where I started off muted and started jabbering along with nobody could hear me except for you, except for the the
But-
conversation room, which is why you should join.
but
I'm not muted anymore. Am I?
I don't know.
They're still telling me I'm muted.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know. You've always been able to hear me because I didn't. I unmuted the Google Meet room, but I didn't unmute OBS.
Okay.
But
Can they hear me?
okay, they can hear me now.
Can they hear? Did they hear me or just not you?
They wouldn't have heard either of us, I don't think. I was muted. No, they could hear you, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But any dichotomy like that involving a mythical creature or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's just mental masturbation at that point.
Yeah.
And Darth should be called out on those dichotomies from the get-go.
Yeah. There
Like
comes the man himself.
Until you give something like real evidence of God, don't tell me
That's where you got to start off with that.
Yeah,
with evidence of
yeah,
God, right?
right. You have to establish that this being actually exists. Then you can make some type of dichotomy.
Right.
But until then, it's not sound. It may be valid in form, but it's not sound.
Mhm.
Yeah, hello there. When it's not sound, it's a false dilemma, which is basically inventing something and put a logic behind it. That's basically what I was trying to put across.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not even worth considering
Of course not. Of course
until
not.
he can say, look, here is the evidence. By that evidence, I mean something we can observe, measure, test, and verify. Then he's got nothing. I think that was a mistake Tewodros made, was accepting the dichotomy.
Correct.
The guy said, okay, so God or no God, and that was what he accepted. He said, okay, so no God, and that's when Gary went fucking off his nut.
Right. He didn't want to entertain that.
Yeah, he lost his shit, man. Okay, I think I got.
That was a
Okay.
funny breakdown of that video, though. I enjoyed that.
That was very well put
I
together.
don't do it. And I try to make it as zero scripted as I can. Basically, I sometimes fuck up, but I just go with it. Yeah. I do record a template to see if my audio is correct or my bullshit lighting or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But apart from that, I just wing it.
That's the best way.
Well, it's the honest way. That's my way. I mean,
Yeah.
and my coffee way, of course.
You have to, because it's what, 5 o'clock in the morning there?
No, 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the
UK.
morning. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to put +8 on your side.
I forgot. I still have no clue what time it is here.
Come on, wake up.
It's 5 o'clock in the evening here. I haven't had enough caffeine. Come on.
Right.
My day is like split in two, actually. I get up very early and have my coffee just like everybody else. And then I have a sleep, right? And then I get up again and then walk the dog, get ready, wash up, blah blah blah, make coffee, and second part of the day. That's the way I run. I split my sleep into two periods.
You do something that the Spanish people used to do 30, 40 years. There's some people that do it as well. It's called the siesta, which is midday nap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not really justify for the people that work in, but it's a very old habit, old tradition, shall we call it?
Well,
Habit tradition.
I've started that tradition again. Actually, I've been doing it for a while. So, what kind of a competition are you going to start, or have you started, I should say, with your little helmet on young Darth Dawkins, on young Gary Mill? I think that's clever. Everybody should have a go at putting a helmet on young Gary Mill's face.
Yeah, it's actually it's a helmet because it was too
Yeah.
fucking white. So when
I'm
I
gonna-
put the
I'm gonna
thing
try.
there, I go, that's a helmet. That's a helmet. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with it.
I'm gonna give it a try, and then I'll challenge everybody.
I've got 2 items to put on it. Well, no, actually one more, which is
Yeah.
get a sucker. Yeah, it has to be pink, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And I put it on his fucking gob, right? And then try to make the icon.
Well, that should be very easy to find, because that should be a very it should be it'll be a PNG, that thing, the sucker that you saw, and it'll be widely available, I think, in the public domain. Pink sucker.
If not, I'll make it. Doesn't matter. I'll make it.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
Yeah, just if you
not.
could grab it, you could just downsize it easy.
Or Darth Dawkins can send a picture of his.
There you go, Darth. Okay, I don't the problem I have with Darth Dawkins, the actual name, is that if he had started out his life, his internet life, with the name Darth Dawkins, I would trust it. But he started out as J.L. Stevenson or something, and then J.L. Williams, and then he went to Evolution False, and then he went to Darwin's Deity, and then Duncan Atheism, and then Duncan Schmatheism, and it just went on and on and on with these names until he hit Darth Dawkins, and it seems to have stuck.
Yeah, because the other ones are... Sorry, go on. My apologies, go on.
Well, I mean, somebody called him that. They said they called him Darth Dawkins, and he liked it. So he
okay.
It.
So,
I heard that. I have heard that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he said that himself.
So let's try and figure out: is he a grumpy cunt, or is he just a dude playing Darth Dawkins?
No, I think that's him. I think he's a fucking narcissist who looks for his daily supply on the internet every day.
Yeah.
And if he didn't have it, he would,
collapse.
Probably he would collapse.
So we're sacrificing young people's emotions and sensitivities so that Gary Milne can have his daily fix of narcissistic supply.
Yeah, basically, that's what's going on.
Jesus, that's horrible.
And worse still,
that's horrible.
I've said this before, is that
what?
Moderators, either from atheists or from Christian rooms, right, allow this shit to happen.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's nasty. That's really fucking nasty.
That's a shame.
That's sickening.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We cut. If the moderator will have a good pair of bull balls, right? Not baby down balls, right? He's gone. Yeah, his shit will go.
Yeah.
Right? Because
that's what happened. That's what happened in Discord. They all had it up to here, and then up to here, and then they said, "You and moderation do not mix." They said that's what they said to Darth Dawkins.
Well, I think probably 90% of his bullshit done in Discord is that he fucking run out of fucking atheists. Ironically enough, if he for 10 years he carry on banning people, you close the fucking pool of atheists. It's simple as that. I mean, he buried himself,
and now he's burying
with
himself.
His own fucking shovel.
He's burying himself
with his
now.
own shovel.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but he's burying himself now on his new platform that he found. that
Well,
apparently.
his new platform, he gets maybe, if he gets 8 people in his room, he's lucky. You know, it's usually, you look on there, he's got 4 people in there. It's usually him, Tomo,
Yeah.
this other, a couple other people, this new
E-
guy,
Enlighten.
Enlighten, and
John something.
John Lee.
That's the one, John Lee.
But he usually goes
No.
in, he has to go into somebody else's room and crash. You know, if he's, the other day, I mean, it was a pretty big, I was there when, you know, that Tom Rabbit video about him causing all the problem. I was in the room, but it was somebody else's room. And that's why he kept getting kicked down, because he couldn't behave. And then they tried to bring him up one at a time. And he didn't get through one person. Not one person did he get before he rage quit. So,
but the moderator said that whoever is answering has to answer yes or no. So basically, he was fitting the argument towards Darth Dawkins. There was no transparency. There was no.
Oh yes, I watched that one.
Property score. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no! You had to. He might have his own way. It's a shitty way, and it still says, but you also have to say yes or no. What the fuck?
Exactly.
It wasn't a yes or no question.
Of course not.
I mean,
but you wanted a yes or no answer to a non-yes or no question.
On a 2-minute question.
Yeah.
Fucking.
The guy is literally what, besides a narcissist, he's got to be something else. Like he's got to be some kind of psychosis, or some kind of an underlying evil nature gene of some sort.
Well, if let's play the game, okay?
Sure.
Or imagine, for example, if this guy is alone, wherever he fucking lives, probably what we have said, and I've said it, right?
Okay.
That given the evidence, well, the information provided, not evidence, yeah, he might be living with his mother, whatever, right? But I think he's definitely a loner, right? So he needs to, right? So he needs to push out his inner anger, right, for the benefit of himself, right? Oh man, it's gonna get me going. Anyway,
what's gonna get you going? We don't know.
Thinking about that asshole.
He's living in your head, is he? Ask if he's living in your head rent free. You got to ask him to cough up, man. That's not fair.
No, it's not fair. I mean, I can deal with idiots, right? I have faced idiots almost on a daily basis when in a different jobs that I have had. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a bus driver a long time ago. Yeah, in my early 20s.
Okay.
Right, in London, and the amount of scumbags I see trying to evading fares and things like that.
Yeah.
Right, it was off the charts, and this guy is up there because I don't need to see his face. Right, I can train my ears based on many hours of his discussion to know what type of person he is. Right.
You know what I'm thinking? If the Christians are so adamant that God exists, then we should be able to, if we accept that God exists, but we can't accept their definition, because their definition is bullshit, right? God is love, God is happiness, all this kind of shit. But we can make a definition that fits the God that we see. That's what we should work on. Because God is defined as the source of all evil. God is defined as that being that you pray to while you're being raped by your priest and doesn't answer. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's a dangerous way to go, because if there is a God that way, it's still a God. and we
Fine,
have
yeah,
to
but it's not the God. It's not the God of this universe, right? Remember we were
How the
talking
fuck you
about
know?
the other
It
day.
could be
A
it
God
could
of
be any
another
asshole.
universe. The God of another universe.
It could be aliens for all I care. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's better to say you are saying that a God exists. Fucking prove it first, and then we work on that. That's it. Simple as. Right? Don't
Well,
say
of
to me,
course, that's the
yeah.
default. That's the default for all of us.
But he's always talking about metaphysics.
Yes.
What the hell does metaphysics? I mean,
I have no
metaphysics
idea.
is Greek for beyond physics. It's a branch of
Yes.
philosophy, but if, metaphysics, if it's totally divorced from the empirical evidence, it's useless.
Yes.
It has no use at all. You have to back it up somehow, at some point.
Right.
And he's failed miserably.
He just gets
in doing
very
that.
angry when people ask him to do that.
Yeah, but his characters inside of the metaphysical world, he uses philosophy to amalgamate that reality, or not that his concept of reality, right? He's using philosophy because philosophy is only fucking mumbo jumbo words.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
he does what E.A. Dawa, what Kali Lula does. Same thing.
Mm.
The mumbo jumbo of bullshit philosophy. Have you ever listened to him? Kali Lula?
Yeah, I have briefly. Trust me, briefly. Yeah, briefly, because it doesn't even come across as being honest. Come across.
No,
I don't know if
he's
you know
absolutely
what I mean?
dishonest.
It's not.
Brutally dishonest. But anyway, that's a talk that I've already had about him yesterday, I think it was.
He's giving the exactly the same shtick
Mm-hmm.
as Darth Dawkins.
Mhm,
Pure
mhm,
philosophy
mhm,
101 there.
mhm,
He's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
borrowed his fucking script. That's how nasty it is. Man, if you get two opposite gods and read the fucking same script, how the fuck can you do that with a straight face?
Would you agree with me, though, that if there were only one religion on this planet, that we would not really have much of an argument against their God?
No.
If there were only
but-
one God and one religion.
No, let's entertain it. Let's say
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is one God. Okay, just
Okay.
for argument's sake. Okay,
Right.
right? Now we have to say, okay, what he, she, or it has done in his creation, which is planet Earth or whatever the fuck he's done, right? And then we have to say, this is a shitty construction of your world, right? A kid probably could do a better job than what this guy
Okay.
has done.
Well, if
unless it's purposely done for that purpose, for that end result, which is even worse. It's like an engineer constructing a bridge
Mhm.
set to fail, and then blaming the people crossing the bridge for not, and ask for forgiveness. It's like fucking silly.
I
Yeah?
have something to say on a totally different subject, but you triggered something in my mind. Did you?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It won't take very long. We can get back. We can get back
I'll be sarcastic.
we can get back in a second. I was just thinking. There was something in BBC News a couple of days ago that a World War II bomb exploded in Munich. They were working in the railway station or the railway terminus or something, and they were drilling, and I guess they hit a bomb and bang. Okay. Now, this happens quite a bit in Germany, where they find unexploded bombs, or unexploded bombs go off and injure people, which like this one did. And I was thinking, this is going on now since the 40s, okay? We're talking, what, 80, 90 years later? And there's still unexploded bombs? Okay, so here's my thought process. What if there were people working in the bomb factory who sabotaged those bombs so as not to explode for whatever reason, maybe conscientious objector. In other words, they were creating a dud in order for it not to explode, and in order for them to have their say, and by doing some action to.
I don't know. It's that's a little bit not far fetched, but it's difficult to comprehend because we're talking about, for example, what you said Munich, right? So they are building the bomb, right? Using either the Jews or whatever cheap labor, right? To build it, and
No, the British bomb, UK bomb.
okay. Oh, so it dropped.
But the bombs.
You said a factory.
Yeah, the factory
Was
in
the
the
ammunition?
the factory in the UK or the US, wherever they make bombs.
Okay.
It's a production line, right? So you could have people who on their bombs that they touch, that they make it sure that it doesn't explode when it hits the ground.
No, because if I would have been Winston Churchill, I would definitely want the bomb to hit.
I know it does hit, but the person
Sorry,
in the
I mean
factory.
explode. Sorry, I meant explode.
Of course, but I'm talking about the individual worker in the factory who's anti-war or maybe just he just maybe a shit disturber, right? Whatever. They can
You mean sabotage?
They can sabotage a bomb so as not to explode, as to be a dud. However, the dud turns out to be explosive when they find it 60, 70 years later. Because
is it possible?
There's been many of unexploded bombs over the years. You read about it fairly regularly.
Yeah, but you remember, I mean, we used to do the bombs in factories, right? And it was not one person made the bomb, right? So one makes the casing, the other one puts the powder, whatever, on all that fucking whatever, right?
And not one person touches every single bomb either.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying.
And then we dropped them. I mean, that bomb was probably part of 20 bombs.
That's what I'm saying. But
from Lancaster.
Exactly. And and one of the people who had probably the final say on the bomb was a revolutionary kind of anti-war person, and they made sure that bomb that they touched, that they sent out to the to be dropped, that bomb that they touched won't explode.
Yeah, but you have to, another thing. That's like saying the Germans are, or whoever the enemy is bombing my country, right? And I want to serve the on the word war effort by working in a factory. It would be counterproductive to do any wrongdoing to the chain.
Well,
right?
did you see the movie Schindler's List?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember that towards the end of the movie, he was telling his workers to sabotage all the munitions that they were making, make sure that no bomb they make ever explodes and shit like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that's
okay.
From the point of view. Yeah, that's the point from the point of the aggressors, right? Yeah, towards us, right, or towards the UK, right? It's not from the UK to Germany. Do you understand? We bombed to stop the war, not to win it. Well,
I'm not talking about the bombing campaign itself. I'm talking about those conscientious objectors, let's call it that, who worked in the bomb manufacturing, who, when with their bomb that they had the final touches on, they made sure that it would not explode. So as not to cause damage and not to kill people and not to, they were that was their protest. That's what I think it could have happened because there's so many unexploded bombs.
I think it's more plausible, right? That whatever the production line made in a deficiency way, for example, speed or whatever. Yeah, some geezer had the tip of it right badly prepared, right? In any stage that they created duds, right?
How many duds would you expect then if that was the case? Human error. I mean, I'm talking, human error, unconscious.
Yeah, but remember World War II, especially in the production line, it is is very frantic. You know what I mean? It's very high pressure, right? The war effort was get as much bombs out, more airplane, or take care of the of the firefight of the airplane fighters, right? To have as much as possible, even our navy, right? Protected the coast or whatever. Or they call it the black pit, which is the distance between the two continents, right? That was almost impossible to cover. So we retreated towards the coast and let the Americans do the crossing. What I'm trying to say is very highly unlikely that the defenders will do something against their own nation, especially on a vital production.
I don't say that the defenders at all. What I'm saying is one bad apple out of, let's say there's one bad apple in each munitions factory. Just say one guy who says fuck. There's no ways that I'm gonna let a bomb that I touch kill women and children, right? Maybe he's, for once in my life, I'm gonna praise a Christian. Maybe he's a Christian who doesn't want to put his bomb to kill women and children. So he protests by making sure that his bomb does not detonate.
But he's making, but by doing that, he's probably making more damage than good.
He doesn't think about that. He just makes. He just wants his bomb not to explode. That's it.
Hey, Darth, you are narrowing me to a corner. Yeah. Okay, fuck it. Yeah, you're right.
Is this a plot to bomb Gary's basement or what?
Man, I just almost spilled my computer. Yeah.
Listen, a bomb is launched from Gary's basement every single day when he goes live, or when he gets recorded.
That guy is his nuke.
He's
an ICBM. Yeah, but I think we are here to intercept the piece of shit.
What I tell you, there's something I don't understand. Is he so narcissistic that he doesn't care that people are actually making good money off of him, like Tom Rabbit and Spatchcock, people who do Darth Dawkins reaction videos and stuff? They're people who have the subscribers anyway. They're making coin. I don't know, even if it's just pennies, doesn't matter, but they're making something. What does Darth Dawkins really say about that? Does he care? Does he have a say?
Well,
is he,
first of all, think about something.
Problem?
So, think about something. There is a question that precedes that. Does he make money
out
of being an asshole?
Well, no, he gets narcissistic supply though. It's as good as money.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Probably.
All right then.
Yeah, the negative publicity has as much currency as the positive for him.
True.
I think.
True.
Well, he's just a clown. We all think of him as the class clown.
Yeah, but he's doing real damage in the real world.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he is.
Correct. That's precisely. That's why I'm making these fucking videos. Yeah, because I had to return the favor in kind.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, there's a guy on Clubhouse who said, well, he'd always kind of ignored Darth, but this guy is he's a counselor that helps kids who've grown up in cults or who've had to escape cults. And the reason he started in on the Darth thing was because Darth was influenced. He's talking. They call in. He's talking to these kids, and he's actually, he said he was doing harm to the kids. He was fucking up their minds. I mean, they're already in bad shape, and so that's when he stepped in. He stepped in because these kids that are in his counseling group were being influenced by Darth, and he said that's enough. I've got to step in and do something.
Mm.
So,
well,
I mean, yeah.
What's going to be the end of Darth? How's it all going to end?
Some geezer Man, you must be from the UK as well, Lucky. Some geezer.
I think
Some chuck.
it usually, they end up alone. People like that, they end up alone. It's never usually self-destruct somehow.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I hope he gets some support and doesn't self-destruct, because that's a really shitty way to, to go down in life without support, without, with nobody out for, watching your back, and
There's nothing you can do for somebody if he let's say I don't know I don't know if he has a diagnosis, but let's say he has NPD, maybe bipolar or whatever. But the narcissistic personality disorder, there's nothing to do. There's no drugs. There's no medication. They're not amenable to counseling. Unless they rarely ever seek it out.
well, until he admits that he has this issue, that he has a mood disorder, he is going to be swimming on his own in the deep end.
But he has got a tendency not to listen.
No way, really.
I just noticed. Just today.
Okay, well, finally.
I heard a video where he actually had a decent conversation with a guy.
Yeah.
And he was actually, listening to what the guy had to say. But that was because the guy was like totally buying into everything. It made him feel important because the guy was, he felt like, I'm teaching this guy something. He's,
Mm-hmm.
So if you agree with everything he says and tell him like, wow, that's really smart. Then he'll be nice. He'll listen to you.
Well, he's got he's got his tone.
That's got ass licking it in my vocabulary.
He's got his tone loc liquor there.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck's up with this question? How is it that there is no God?
That's
Is that the worst question or what?
It's the grade 2 question.
No, it's shifting the burden on the proof at the get-go. There's no God because
there's no God.
Because you haven't proved it.
There's no God because there's no God. There you go.
Or better, shift it back to him to say, because you have not given me sufficient information to warrant belief. Oh,
look, you're not understanding. You're not understanding.
Yeah.
He's such a clown.
I don't know. I think his definition of God and his premise that the Bible is inerrant and true and infallible.
Yeah.
That's enough to discredit, his God.
Definitely.
But in many occasions, he has said that his concept of God is X, Y, and Z. Right?
By definition.
Yeah, by definition.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. That he has this dichotomy. God is the precondition for all facts, or he's not. And then, if you disagree, he said, but by definition, he's defined as a precondition for all facts.
Right.
So it's like, so what are you telling me, that the precondition for all facts is the precondition for all facts?
Yes.
Or it's not? So what kind of fucking dichotomy is that?
It's circular argument as well, anyway.
See, the problem is that he only targets low-hanging fruit. People who can't answer or ask questions like you can, Tyler, or you can, number one. He targets the kids who haven't really formed any, way of thinking properly, and he just he destroys them. He destroys
every
their
time
minds.
he talks to a PhD, have you noticed that none of them know what the fuck he's talking about?
He is too smart for PhDs.
Yeah, there's a problem if, these professional philosophers don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
That he's apparently making up terms.
Mhm.
Well, I gave him a title.
misrepresenting.
I gave him a PhD title.
You
He
did?
got a title. Yeah, bullshitology. Yeah, do you know that field?
PhD in bullshitology.
Yeah, of
I,
course.
I believe there's only one person on this planet that actually has that designation.
Yeah.
Very
He
good.
graduated with
Very
honors.
good. Very
Yeah.
good. Like nobody can compete with it.
Of course not. Of course
No.
not. He's getting a master's of a master's. You know, it's fucking...
He's actually let's think about this. On the internet, where bullshitting is the art of Christianity, who is the biggest bullshit artist? The biggest Christian bullshit artist on YouTube.
Oh, that's easy. Dr. Darth Dawkins.
Dr. Darth, Professor Darth, Herr Professor Dr. Darth Dawkins. I need a coffee refill. Is anybody with me?
Two sugars, please.
Do you mind if I step away again?
No, go away. Go.
All right, all right.
The big question is, who is number two? We know Darth is number one.
No. I
Mr.
got
Batman.
my handle as we are number one on ourselves. So you have to take care of yourself. You have to protect yourself from bullshitters like him.
Yeah, but who's the number two bullshitter? He's number one by far. So who's number two? Matt Slick?
Man, we are in the same wavelength, yeah? I would say he's Matty. He's slick as fuck, right? But he's on his own. You know what? What's his name? That philosopher, my compatriot, doesn't matter. He had a debate with him, and he says your website is constructed incorrectly.
Oh, you're talking about Alex Malpass.
Yeah, Malpass, correct. Yeah, and I saw his video. It says, you got it wrong, man. You got it wrong, right? You gave a philosophy statement, and your construction of the statement is incorrect, right? And you had to change it. And he admitted that he needed to change it, but he never fucking changed it, right? So that means, yeah, go on.
Yeah, he was trying his tag argument. He was starting with the dichotomy, and trying to he was basically skipping many steps to get to premise number two, and he was trying to explain that, okay, basically if you turn this in for a grade, you're going to get an F. That the structure of your argument is he put it a sunk ship, not
Sunk
sinking.
ship?
Yes.
Yeah, not sinking. It's sunk.
It's sunk. Yeah.
Yeah, because
you
he's
remember
trying to,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's trying to say, something like, the God, God or is the cause. For example, the cause of all facts, or he's not. And he's saying, no, that's not sound. So he was trying to put it, God or not God. And then he's like, because that's more of a valid form of a dichotomy, like God is the precondition for all facts, or not God is the precondition for all facts. And then he pointed out, why would the absence of God be responsible for anything? Right? It's like the negation of God. Why would that be responsible? So it's a faulty argument, no matter how you try to push it. Darth doesn't.
God is defined as the creator of all universes. How about that definition? If I throw that definition at Darth Dawkins and I say, God is defined as the creator of all universes, can he prove me wrong? Or does he have to go to Stanford Dictionary to prove me wrong?
Yeah, but sliding the word God is the creator. You're going into his realm anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll accept that God exists, but the definition of God is, I'm just giving a more simple one. The creator of all universes. That's it. I never said didn't create this universes. I said God created all universes.
Which one?
All of them.
Well, that's the problem. We got a sample of one.
Well, of course, because you can't see beyond our universe, but you have to take my word for it that God created all universes.
Because it's been revealed to you somehow.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Revelation.
Obviously.
Well, did I open that kind of worms?
Yeah. I mean, where is revelation accepted as anything like real evidence in science, in philosophy, or in a court of law?
In the first year of catechism, probably.
I mean,
Catechism class.
Yeah, but I mean, even in a court of law, they will accept eyewitness testimony. That's like bottom barrel, evidence. Science. That's why it's rejected in science as evidence of eyewitness testimony, right? But if you went in there and tried to tell the judge, oh, how do you know that the defendant is guilty? Well, it came to me in a dream.
Yeah, vision.
Thrown out.
If you use vision, if you don't say dream, but you use a vision, that might be more acceptable to the judge.
Yeah, it came to me in a vision.
The vision, yeah, because that means you're awake, right? You have a vision.
So why would anybody? And that's his best. That's what it all boils down to, is revelation. And why would anybody accept revelation?
I heard that Revelation, the book of Revelation, being referred to as the Gospel of Luke or something. Gospel of John. Gospel of John, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember.
He has the general revelation, which is, the moon exists. What is it? Eiffel Tower exists.
Oh, he starts. Yeah, but so does his adultery also exists, as Lookout there pointed out, as number one pointed out in his video. The fact that he gave his wife STD is also a fact. God, you can't trace that fact back to God.
Well, evolution is a fact. Does that support his God? He is a young Earth creationist.
Darth
is.
No, he's
He's
that stupid. No.
Look it up. There's a video, and he's in there talking to this guy, and
I just can't.
And he's saying that the dinosaurs living with men at the same time, that they were created on the sixth day or whatever day it was, and all that was the biblical viewpoint. And so he believes in a 6,000-year-old universe.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. At the time of this this creation of this universe, those first 6 days, who the fuck was there to write this all down? Like, who came up with the story in the first place?
No, I made a video. A bad video, because it was my first one, right? About the 6 days of the title is the stupidity of the 6 days of creation, right? No fancy gimmick or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had 7 or 8 videos of their interpretation of the 6 days of creation, right? Yeah, and all of them were different, right? From
well, why don't you share the video on the screen? Let's watch it.
No. No, anybody can see it. That's no
I
problem.
know.
I didn't want to plug in on anything, but the point I'm getting at is that people got different versions of the same claim, right? Different arguments, but still, even if you fucking entertain that, right, you cannot get away with the 3 days, right? No sun. Right, let's work this one out for a second. Yeah, let's entertain it. Okay. Right, he created in the first day the heavens and the earth. Wow. Okay. Right. Let's start from there. First day. What do we use as a concept? As a mechanism of a day. We need two parameters. We need the Earth and somebody on Earth with a sun. Okay, we call that a day. The interaction between Earth and the sun. You take the sun out, there's no day. There's no concept of day, right? Now, if you're gonna put I have heard people say, I have heard people saying that God is the light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if God is everywhere, then there is no rotation. The light is everywhere. If we want to play that game about God being the light, right? He's the fucking light, okay? But he's everywhere, right? So he surrounded us like
he's the one true proton.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. But still, there's no heat. There's no nothing, right? And then the second day, he separated the fucking the seas, elevating the water level to make another fucking dome. Right. So however you want, however you spin it, into the fourth day there were no fucking sun. Right. So the first 3 days is not 3 days. It cannot be 3 days by definition. Right. And also another thing, if you make something, or let's say a god makes a planet, he's not on the planet, he's outside, right? So if you are an astronaut and you are at space, you don't have the concept of Earth day, right? Because you could stand floating forever in the same space, in the same place, right? So the planet will, you know what I mean? You would be timeless in the sense of notion of time. You will have to have.
Yeah, you would be orbiting something. You just wouldn't know what.
Right. And it would take fucking millions of years for you to notice that you have turned around the fucking Milky Way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. It's, oh, fucking hell. It just, you know what I mean? I was waiting for a day.
Yeah.
No, but sarcasm away. You cannot justify 3 days on the first 3 days of creation. You can't.
No.
You can't. And then you need specialized preachers to preach it away, to make it fit the narrative of those 3 days. You just have to say, where's the fucking sun? Yeah, we Earthlings use day in correlation with the sun.
Yeah, we get everything. Our life comes from the sun.
Yeah,
Our
no, but what I'm saying, yeah, I'm talking
about
I'm talking about the 24-hour system. Yeah, day 1, day 2, day 3, right?
Yeah,
right. So justify. Tell me, or a Christian. Hey, have we got a Christian in the chat room? Yeah, Mr. Christian or Mrs. Christian. Tell me how in those 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. How do you use a 24-hour rotation as a day, right? How? When there was no fucker there in the first place. What you just said, Sidney,
exactly.
Right? Who wrote the fucking thing if you're not there, right? But even if you were in the fucking there, which they weren't, there was nobody to justify the concept of one 24-hour cycle. Because there's no fucking sun, period.
But there was sun. There was sun on the other fourth day.
Fourth day.
Well, what do you want?
Right?
Yeah.
Fourth day.
God's not perfect.
No. No, I mean seriously. In all honesty, technically, the fourth day should be the first day if you want to put it like proper.
No.
So
because you'd have to have. Days, yeah.
Yeah. He had to say, I made heaven and earth with plants, with water, yeah, and the animals.
Okay, I got a question. Whoever wrote this down at the time, okay, and that's what they they thought, they believed, whatever. Was there a civilization already around at the time that already knew the cosmology rather than the nonsense? Like the Chinese or the Persians or whoever, did they have some kind of cosmological information that the primitive Jesus people didn't have?
Yeah, Babylonians, right? They study for thousands of years the constellations. They were sky watchers,
I just
right?
yeah.
And they actually mapped it.
Yeah.
Right? They
Yeah.
mapped it, right?
I
That was
have
about 5,000 years ago.
right. So they knew that the Earth was not the center of the universe.
They knew the constellation, right? They knew that it was spinning and all that kind of rubbish, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about.
by the way, they only knew where they were. It was that let's say, for example, they were in the States,
Mhm,
right? You say,
mhm.
oh, the state is the only thing there is, right? Where the Babylonians were.
That's what they stay now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they did not think there was that the Earth was that big,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
right?
I
They made
just
a map in relation to that only.
I just read in the chat that Lucky Seven Wolfen is in there. He says evolution is a fact. How can it be a fact? Well, come on in and we'll tell you, Lucky Seven. Or why didn't you tell us how can it not be a fact?
I mean, the theory of evolution is the theory, but that it happened is a fact. I mean, the theory is as high as you go. in
Germ
science,
theory,
right?
yeah, germ theory is a fact. If you want to put an analogy together.
Yeah. The theory of gravity. I mean, gravity is a fact.
Yeah. Theory of evolution. Evolution is a fact.
That's not disputed.
No.
And so
Well, it's disputed.
how-
It's disputed much in my side chat.
Yeah, in your side chat.
But how
I mean,
can that be?
I mean, there's more evidence for the theory of evolution than there is for the theory of gravity.
Right.
So, I mean, that's not. I mean, some people do. They may quarrel about the details.
Yeah.
Of it, but that it happened is not disputed.
Well, it's being disputed in literally in the chat room. In the chat room, someone's actually saying a collection of facts may be evolution, but it's not a fact itself. Now I'm just saying, how is that possible?
The theory is what explains the fact. A fact is a point of data, a verified point of data.
Yes.
But a fact is just a fact. It doesn't explain any. The theory is what explains the facts. So,
Exactly. But if the theory explains the fact, then the theory is a fact. No, that's nonsense. If the theory explains the facts, then the facts are proven, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, a fact is a fact.
Yeah. And the fact of evolution is that evolution is a fact. It's kind of circular, but it has to be, because it's axiomatic in a way. It's like evolution happened. That's it. There's no argument. There's no debate.
Right. I mean, the theory is going to be challenged, and it's going to go through the and then more data comes in. At some point, it is accepted as being a fact. Now that doesn't mean that there's not new information that won't come in, but it's
well, there has to be new information coming in, because they still need to come up with the Denisovan expansion, or where the hell they came from, right? Because all they have, I think, is a finger bone and part of a skull.
Yeah, but we have the DNA.
Yeah, I understand that they got the DNA, but we need more. I mean, because there's only that one skeleton or that one collection of skeletons. What they found was that the finger bone and the other bones and the skull are all different DNA. So it's not just one person. But they don't. Right. They haven't found any anywhere else, and they don't know. Although with the warming of the planet and the permafrost warming, it's quite possible that we'll.
Like he says, God did not need the Earth to measure the time. He had a fucking Rolex. I like that.
God didn't need the Earth to measure a day.
Yeah, Rolex.
Did he find the Rolex on the beach? And did he know that it was created? Or did he think that the Rolex just appeared out of randomly?
No, he poofed it into existence.
He puffed it into existence.
Of course.
So God's like a puffer.
Poofter, yeah, we call
A
that
puffer. Fair
Gay.
enough.
That's what kills me about these online apologists is that they expect us to ignore a worldwide network of scientists who are experts in their respective fields, and say, those. I'm going to believe this guy on the internet. You know, he says evolution is bullshit. He must know what he's talking about.
His name is Darth Dawkins. He doesn't have a face. All he is a voice, and he's a keyboard warrior who refuses to reveal himself while he insults physical attributes that other people have that open their cameras up on screen. The guy's a coward. You know, more than anything else, Darth Dawkins, Gary Milne, you are a fucking coward. And
yeah, but he's a born again coward.
Yeah. Have you noticed Gary's God too? The way he describes it would be totally inert. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, everything comes from him. He's omnipresent. So where is he going to go? He's outside time. He knows everything. What is there to decide? It's already been decided. He already knows what he decided.
I mean, how did God use his reason? How did God know that his reason was correct? Because God used his reason to suppose his reason. So God is either non-existent or a total fucking liar. Which one is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what could a God like that want if everything is contained and comes and springs forth from him? I mean, you want things that are outside of yourself. If everything is contained within you,
yes.
What is there to want? You've already got it.
Exactly. You're right. We have a problematic. We have a gentleman with a problem, or a person with a problem, I should say, in the side chat. He says, a theory is just a collection of facts. So how do we explain to this person that a collection of facts, the conclusion of a collection of facts is evidence or proof or truth or whatever you want to call it? So evolution is a collection of facts which prove evolution. I don't know how to explain to this guy that a collection of facts proves evolution if the facts are pertaining to evolution. I don't.
I mean, a theory explains a phenomenon.
Okay.
And the facts are the tools for that explanation.
Yeah, but he seems to be saying that we can have all the facts you like in the world that explain evolution, but that doesn't mean evolution is true. That's what he's kind of saying, but that doesn't make sense to me. How do you conclude that all the facts add up to something, but you can conclude that that is not true? I don't understand how you can do that. Hey Nissa, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey Nissa, are you ready to drop in? We've got a Limey in here as well, so you don't have to feel alone. We've got a Brit, you know.
Anyway, we don't have to prove what we already know. The worst thing is that the so-called God made the first human, allegedly human, out of fucking mud, right? And we just have to take it.
Mud and clay.
Well, mud, clay, doesn't matter. Take your pick, whatever. Earth-bound. It's an earth-bound product, right? And it just made it into fucking whatever. And there you are, a 6-foot guy, right?
Yeah,
and then
go. Yeah.
take a rib or take a part of his side, however you interpreted the Bible, and make a female, right? By definition, that's a clown.
As you
clown.
do.
Clone, right?
Well, hold
So
on a
basically,
second.
basically,
No, hold on
he
a minute.
found
Hold on. Whoa, whoa,
himself
whoa,
in
whoa,
a
whoa,
female
whoa.
format.
Are you saying that that Adam made from mud is really mud? Because
No, it doesn't matter.
mud is mud, right? Law of identity. So if mud is mud, and God, this superhuman, comes around and takes Play-Doh and makes a human out of it, that's still Play-Doh. It's still mud. They never
by
thought about
definition, it
that.
has to be mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never thought about that. And by definition, we are mud. In other words, we are everything, because at the subatomic level, we're all the same. Everybody and everything is the same. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And everything, I mean, everything that, you, me, the chair you're sitting on, the planets, everything was once nothing but pure energy
Yes.
and condensed into a hot, dense state.
Okay.
I mean, that's profound enough for me.
Here's my argument for what energy is. Okay, energy is existence, and existence is vibration. That's all it is. It's a constant vibration. There's nowhere, even in the smallest thing, even in the smallest, hydrogen atom, there's a lot of vibration, right? Because that's part of what energy is. That's all of what energy is vibration. So there's nothing standing still. There's never anything. It's always vibrating, even specifically at the molecular level, at the subatomic level. There's always vibration. That is existence. That is reality. That is the eternal energy, vibration.
Yeah, I was going to say something rude, but I'm not going to say it.
You go ahead and say it. I
Was
won't.
it
I think God has got a big, massive vibration. If you get what I'm saying.
No, I don't understand. Can you explain?
Yeah, he had to take his fucking vibrator out of his ass.
Yeah, but how did it get there in the first place?
Well, he works in mysterious way, doesn't he?
So do you think that because God has or had a vibrator in his ass, do you think Christians do that sort of as a ritual kind of a ceremony by putting vibrators up their ass in
I don't know.
in sacrifice?
I'm not entertaining
sacrifice to God. If Jesus did it, I'm gonna do it. And we know,
explain the long robes.
we know that Jesus put a vibrator up. His ass.
Yes, actually, yeah. They were easygoing.
Yeah, but
they were ready for action anytime.
Darth hates the Big Bang theory as well as
Why?
evolution, because it if the Big Bang theory, the cosmic expansion, if it's true, then the universe is not 6,000 to 7,000 years old. There's no way to make it work. You can't make the physics.
Yeah,
fit
but
into
you
6,000-year-old
yeah,
universe.
no, but what you can do is you can forget about the physics, take the scriptures or the Hebrew Bible or whatever it is that they do, and you can start adding up the years that are mentioned in the Bible, and then you can come to your 6,000 to 10,000 years that way.
You mean with the begots? So and so begot so and so.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how you do it, and that's if you ignore the real world, the world of physics and chemistry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that were true, then the farthest star we should be able to see would be 6,000 light years away. The fact that we see them, many millions, billions of light years away, there's no way to get that light to the Earth in 6,000 years and make it work.
I think they argue that you can't measure the speed of light properly, and they argue that it's possible that all these galaxies that we say are billions of light years away are just 6,000 years, whatever, right? Because the speed of light changes. There's no uniformity in nature, didn't you know?
Well, you say you can't measure it one way. You can't synchronize two clocks.
I've heard Darth
But
Dawkins say you can't accurately measure the speed of light because you have to measure it in, there and back as a reflection of some sort. I don't know exactly what he's talking about. There was his big argument about the speed of light. I don't understand how his logic works there whatsoever.
Well, it doesn't matter. He hasn't got the education to even fucking think about it. Never mind.
That's true.
He's saying you don't know. It could be, it's one of those could be's that it was traveling much faster before it hit the mirror and bounced back, or something like that. But
yeah.
But if you look, c is the common speed for the universe, right? It's
that's the speed of light.
It's everything within the electromagnetic spectrum.
It's the speed of light in a vacuum, isn't it? See?
Yeah.
Because when it hits water or whatever, it slows down.
Well, it takes a random walk. It starts bouncing off the molecules within the glass or the water or whatever.
It seemingly slows down.
Right. It doesn't slow down. It just starts bouncing off everything. And so once it gets to the other side of the glass in a vacuum, it resumes at the speed of light.
Yes.
At c, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you look at the equations for electromagnetism, c is strewn through all of these equations. The very technology that's driven by these theories counts on us knowing exactly what the speed of light is. If it didn't, the very internet that he likes to go on there and use as a platform is dependent on us knowing what the speed of light is.
Mm-hmm.
And C is dependent upon the electric constant and the magnetic constant. Change the speed of light, and then you're going to change the electric and the magnetic constants. You do that, and you create a universe that's not habitable. You destroy the universe.
Right.
So it's a bad way to go all the way around. It's not a good argument. He needs to give it up.
You hear that, Darth? Give it up. Give it up, buddy. It's not for you.
I don't know. Nobody ever gets far enough in a conversation to get to the point these things out.
Yeah, true enough. True enough, man. Let's see. There we go. So I just want everybody to know that we've been talking about Darth Dawkins for the last 2 hours or something. How long we've been going there? Almost 2 hours.
Yes, almost 2 hours.
And the conclusion is he's a piece of shit scumbag. So.
Yeah, well, we could have one of these. One of these. We could have a different video every single day about Darth Dawkins, and then we can talk about it in a hangout, and we'll conclude that he's a piece of shit. But I really would appreciate it if Darth Dawkins would join, or even Lucky 7. I want you to come in here and explain yourself, young man, young person, old person, wherever you are. Get in here now. Oh, Tyler's in trouble.
No, the wife just arrived from Walmart. When I have to help bring in some stuff soon.
The boss has arrived.
The boss has arrived with orders.
Indeed. Oh, with the whip.
With marching orders, yeah.
Look at you. Both of you are married and smiling, so don't give me that shit about the boss.
My one is sleeping, so... Man, that guy is nasty.
And Tewodros, or the guy he was speaking to in the
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
video. I've spoken with him before. He's really nice guy.
Somebody mentioned he was a medical student.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's already. I think he's studying for the USMLE here, the United States Medical Licensing Examination.
Oh, okay. Is that like
So
a pre or post? He's trying to be a doctor, or he's already a doctor and now he has
I,
to write the
I
final exam?
I believe in Africa he's already graduated. He's trying to get his medical license here in the United States.
Well, then Darth is extremely envious of that man. That's probably why he tried to shoot him down. That's probably
Yeah,
why
well,
he kicked him out when, like I heard, as soon as that guy said, so no God, yeah, God or no God, and he said, okay, no God. That's when Gary snapped.
yeah.
No, I didn't
But
say that. You know, that kind
that,
of thing.
but I mean, it was actually right because the way he put it, the argument eventually breaks down to that P or not P, right? Um, so he was actually right about what he was saying. He just didn't want him to. He wanted to keep it on his script. That's all.
Yeah,
Right.
extremely confrontational.
Right, because
That
I
can
mean, if you
that can only be because of his mental illness. The fact that he has the same script and the same rant and the raging every single day, and then he says to his sycophants, did you see what happened there? This fucking atheist scumbag was trying to deceive me and blah 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 blah.
yeah, that's yeah. He always goes back to the Legion of Doom and and complains. And
Yeah,
I like well, he came on Jefferson Spatchcock's channel once
yeah.
and spoke with him, and Jefferson just said, look, I'll talk to you, but I don't want to hear any of this crybaby bullshit about
Yeah.
nobody treats you well
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's a scum.
And how did that turn out?
He just got mad and left. Um,
Typical.
but it's which is true. I mean, if you're going to address an argument, address the argument.
Yeah.
If you have to resort to look at these guys, they treat me so bad. They're liars. You know, it's like that just tells me you cannot deal with the argument. And so this is his escape hatch. He gets into an argument. He figures quickly, I can't deal with this argument. So I'm going to reroute and give any excuse to call this guy, um, a scumbag, a liar, and so forth. And that's his way out.
Well, he calls everybody, all atheists are fakes, frauds, and liars and deceivers. Well, that's exactly what he is. He projects. You called it number one. He projects. He's a hard projectionist. Because when he says fake and a fraud and you're deceitful, he's really just describing himself.
That's typical for narcissists. That's a very, very typical narcissistic behavior,
Yeah.
is projection.
Yeah.
I think he knows it.
So what if if he really is just the all-time brilliant professional troll, and every night he goes to bed laughing, ha ha ha. Wait till tomorrow I'll do the same thing. Watch. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
but we
maybe
have
he's got a
we have seen his laugh already, right? But it is a make-up laugh.
Oh, I know. I've heard him. Oh my fuck, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like I've seen humans do this before. Let me join in. Ha 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 ha. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A parrot can do a better laugh than him.
A parrot can do philosophy better than him.
I think number one needs to do more recaps. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but I need some material there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, good
Well,
point.
he will provide.
He will provide.
It's funny.
And I shall comply.
So you got to go. You got to go and hang out on what's it called? International
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. You got to go hang out there.
I have thought about it, but the problem is that I have to record it, yeah, and then do my own spin on it, right? I rather prefer and give total credit to Tom Rabbit, right, who takes the time, however he does it, to bring that asshole to us, right?
Yeah.
I'm just giving my spin, my
Yeah.
5
No,
cents.
I was talking. If you wanted to go and get it yourself, you'd have to go to Clubhouse.
Yeah, but you know what? Funny enough, I don't think Tom Rabbit is getting it by himself.
No, of course not. Doesn't matter.
Right? There you are. So then you need your people to work
No,
also.
you could go in there, yeah, and you know, you don't have to be number one. You can be, you know, whatever you can be taxi driver or whatever you want.
Well, most people use real names, unlike Discord.
What I can do, seriously, what I can do is that if anybody gives me a material or something that they think is worthwhile calling my cunt, I'll do it. I make it. You know what I mean? Why do you approach this point of view or that point of view or this material or what he said about this? What would you say? Then I'll call him out. That I can do. That's easy.
But you can
Right.
you can dig up tons of Darth Dawkins material that way. Just take anybody's.
Well, 90% of what I got on my channel is just copies.
Yeah,
Right.
but
I
you can
smashed it like
still.
that. I didn't want to talk about it. Honestly, I did not want to talk about it. Right. I just wanted to copy it just in case the other channel gets banned. Right. And I still got the original copies on my phone, on my hard drive. Anyway. Right.
Henry Hansen made a comment about Darth Dawkins. His philosophy is just parroting Bonson, and that is true. The thing is that where Darth Dawkins parrots Bonson also parrots Van Til, Cornelius Van Til.
And somebody has made a video relating Darth Dawkins with Bonson. I mean, word for word, almost word for word.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on one myself, so we're going to have more than one. I've got, this is the problem here. I've got 2 hours of Bonson, and I've got to strip out all what I recognize Darth Dawkins says, and then I've got to find out I got to go through all the Darth Dawkins videos and these hours of it to strip out when he says it, and then, you know, make some kind of an analysis or analogy or comparison or whatever. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it.
No,
yet.
somebody already done it, and it's quite effective.
Yeah,
yeah. We can do is review that.
I want to do my own one, and then we can do that a review of that one. Or we could do that one if you send me the link of who's done it. Then we could review it for sure, or react to it.
Well, the one guy in Clubhouse, Silver Star, who's kind of like he's a Christian, Calvinist or whatever, but he and Darth hate each other.
Yeah.
And Silver Star says that you know the organization he belongs to was kind of like founded by Van Til or something like that, and he knows the arguments, and he says that Darth's precept argument that he tries to take from Van Til, that the argument is flawed.
It is.
Uh,
I have the precept argument. We can
I mean,
actually we
yeah, I
could
mean,
play it and listen
I
to it.
know I know
But it is
the
flawed.
argument itself is flawed, but the way in other words, if Van Til was alive today,
Yeah.
he would not give Darth the thumbs up on either,
Yes.
neither his delivery
Yeah.
nor the structure of that there's some flaws in it.
Right.
But I don't I don't know what I don't know what other preceptors would say about it, but I'd like to see them go at it.
Yeah, me too.
That would be pretty funny.
I'm trying to adjust my camera. Yeah.
Is it this one? Is it this one? Hold on for a second.
What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah, it's this one. It's this one.
Yeah, but I've got to. If we're going to react to it, I have to download it first. I don't want to.
No, I'm not going to react. I'm just saying it's called Diddy versus Greg Bonson.
Oh, I've actually. You know what? I might even have that one already.
Yeah, it's.
Hold on a second. Oops.
It's 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
Just like that. Diddy versus Greg Bonson. And it's fucking almost word by word. Bam, 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 bam.
All right. Let me go check my Darth Dawkins
Makes him look
file.
like a copycat.
Let me go check my Darth Dawkins file. Because that sounds very familiar, man. DD versus Greg Bonson. DD versus.
Yes, Lucky. Well, not London, but yeah, UK.
I don't have that that particular clip. Whose channel is it on?
Well, first of all, it's in mine, yeah. But I'll send you the link. But you can.
Oh, it's in your channel.
Copy.
Oh, all right.
I'll send that again. No. It's live in somebody else's channel, but I don't have the link for that channel. But you can check my one, and then you refer to the original channel. But at least you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. Got it.
By the way, what do you think of DD's? Have you heard him do his when he was trying to make fun of one of the PhD guys that he was speaking with, and he was talking like this, and he was trying to.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But the guy is fake, right? I mean, at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter how. I mean, my father was Spanish, so I got fucking weird accent. So there is that. I don't hide it.
What is that supposed to mean?
A shit accent, but
what you hear is what you get.
Your father's from Spain?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Did you did you grow your kids up with two languages? Your kids, they're both they're like properly bilingual. Yeah, nice. Good to hear.
And two of them know a third language, Portuguese, but not from me.
How do they come across? How do they come to Portuguese?
Because they've been a lot to Brazil, South America, well, Central America, but from Ecuador, from Chile.
Okay.
Where they live in now.
Okay.
Your kids live in Chile?
But anyway, too fucking personal. We going live.
No, I understand that, but Chile, Chile's like, is that a? I remember Chile as being a pretty brutal, shitty country. What's it like now?
Well, it's skinny. It's skinny. I'll tell you that.
Skinny.
I've been there. It's not bad at all.
Oh, all right, fair enough. I can't.
But did you grow up in
there it
London
is.
or do you grow up in Spain?
I grew up in Spain.
Oh, you grew up in Spain.
How do they
Entonces
come
tú hablas
across-
español.
how do they come to
Coño, tú hablas, yo
Portuguese?
también hablo español perfectamente.
Gracias. Bueno, mi esposa es de Venezuela. Y,
Yeah,
pero no,
I noticed your non Iberic accent.
I did not.
From
I
Spain.
thought that you
are
were
from the Americans.
I thought you were unilingual.
yeah.
Well,
Huh?
I thought-
Unilingual. No,
yeah.
I ain't got that unilingual. Unilingual is for pussies, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying because I'm not unilingual either.
No, tú no sabes lo que yo estoy diciendo.
I can understand.
Yeah, you said you don't know what he's talking
That's not
about.
true. I understood exactly what he was saying. Don't forget, I was married to a Peruvian woman once. So don't fucking give me. And I've been to Peru.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, and you also know what's that, Hebrew? So
Yeah.
you are, yeah. So you're one of us.
I'm one of you, exactly. Just not so hot. Just not so hot.
I let you off.
I can understand Spanish a lot more than I can actually speak. In fact, I can't speak for shit, but I can understand. Because I always had to
Okay.
listen to the the yakking.
Oh, Henry, that baby face is actually his. So I didn't do anything. I just fucking put a mask on top of him. Period. Gary has done all his work by himself. Trust me.
Well,
Listen,
maybe,
listen to me carefully. Sorry, I had a
maybe
Darth flashback.
your kids can go visit Otangelo down over in Brazil.
Oh no, that's absolutely prohibited. I don't know where the fuck I live, but that's a taboo subject. What, like the Americans, that's a no go zone.
Oh, is that what they call it? No go zone.
I've been to Brazil too. It's a nice place to visit. I don't know if I'd want to live there full time, but it's
I think
I enjoyed it.
Artangelo is thinking I think Artangelo dreams of actually leaving Brazil and going to live somewhere else. That's what I think he said in a video or on a hangout not so long ago actually.
I think he told me that he wants to go rent with Darth Dawkins.
Oh, listen, you guys
Go-
out there,
go
you
hard.
guys watching, between us, okay. Good, we've secured the secrecy. Darwin's Greatest Hits. That was a great channel. I don't think he's put anything up for over a year or even more. I don't know.
I'm thinking of doing. I'm still not thinking. I already thought about it, but I'm in the process of getting more. Because I made 2 videos recently to see what people like or dislike, right? And
Yeah.
unfortunately, people like, how can I say it, melodrama.
Of course.
Yeah, it's got some sort of entertaining value to call somebody a cat.
Listen. When I play history videos, when I go and I'm
It's
streaming
sad, but fucking
history,
true.
no one's fucking
Huh?
no. Yeah, when I'm streaming history videos, no one's watching. When we're talking about
I
Darth
saw them.
Dawkins,
No, I saw them. I saw the greatest mystery something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put out a whole bunch of them and I was doing them daily, but I was getting no views. I mean, over time, I was getting views. So it's the kind of thing maybe I should put out as a upload rather than going out live and reacting to it, or just playing it. Looks like it looks to me like these hangouts or these streams with Darth Dawkins in them are way more popular than anything else.
Everybody loves a train wreck.
Yeah, I could probably get as many viewers if I had a Mr. Batman or a Nephilim Free or something.
I think it's in our psyche. Me as a lorry driver, yeah. When there is an accident, there's more traffic, not because of the accident, but because idiots are looking at the fucking accident, going on a slow speed. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Yeah, and created a massive fucking column of queue.
Well, wouldn't they have to slow down anyway?
No, I'm talking about if it's on the opposite side. The people on the other side of the road are fucking stopping as well. Well, slowing down, not stopping.
Okay,
yeah,
got it. Yeah.
So
is Lucky Seven from England?
I don't know.
Sounds
but
like
he said something that is an English word.
He said no. He said everyone in the UK is bilingual, English and the local version of English, which is kind of I understand that, because you can always understand the Queen, but you might not understand Joe Bloggs from Warwickshire, from Newcastle.
Well, they do have Welsh, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Gaelic over in
Scottish, yeah.
Sidney Winston, do you want a video to review? I don't know. Let's have a discussion. Do we want a video to review from Lucky Seven, who's a doesn't believe in evolution?
What's the subject matter?
I don't know. It's in the chat.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Run out of coffee. Shit.
Well, while we're waiting for the video, the link or whatever he's going to send us, you go make another coffee.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm on the last quarter of this cup, and then I have to go make some more myself. But I'll wait. We'll take it in turns.
What time is it where you're at, though?
It's 6:43 p.m.
Okay. That's 9:43 here.
Okay, so you're in North America. Yeah, I'm in Pacific Standard Time, which is the real mean time of the planet.
Yeah. I'm on Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, I feel bad for you now.
Well, that's why sometimes you do your videos, and I'm already asleep for hours. So.
All right, I'll do them 3 hours earlier. Okay. Yeah, just get it. Actually, I think 4:30. Oh, sorry, 7:30 Eastern is when I started this one. Was that a good time, or was that too late?
That was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
Okay. That's 4:30 my time.
Right.
And then of course I've got to take into account UK time, where it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning or something there, maybe 2:45 by this time. I don't know.
Yeah, he said his wife is asleep. So.
And then there's Australia. You got to mind you, Australia. I think it's morning there now, so this is a good time for Australians. I think it's early morning. Oh, I think. Why don't I just look it up, dude? All depends which part of Australia, but I have family in Perth, Australia.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of the Vancouver of Australia. It's like the Pacific Standard Time of Australia. And there it is It is 10:45 in the morning. So on the other side, Sydney, it'll be 1:45 in the afternoon. See, it's perfect for Australians, especially if it was the weekend. There'd be tons of Australians on here at this time. I mean, not necessarily on my channel, but on internet. Yes, Lucky 7. I do want that video. I'm still waiting for it.
What's the video supposed to prove?
What's it supposed to prove? I don't know. He just said, do you want a video to review? I answered in the affirmative. And now we wait. John Rapp is in Sydney, so it's 1:45 in the afternoon. Tomorrow, it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon, 1:45 in Sydney, Australia. I am sitting here in Vancouver, BC, Vancouver, Canada. It's Thursday at 6:46 in the evening. So, relative to me, John Rapp is living in the future.
Yeah. It kind of ruins the flat Earth.
Lucky 7's in Scotland. Yeah, it kind of does ruin the flat. But flat earthers would say that John Rapp is lying. That's exactly what they would say. And then they'd cut it. That's it. We don't want to hear anymore. That's it. That's how they roll. Oz is awesome. You know what? I think I'd like Australia because I really like spiders. Apparently, there's lots of it in Australia.
Yeah, everything in Australia is trying to kill you, from what I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Over here, we just have to worry about the people trying to kill us, not the people plus fucking nature. They probably have these giant meat-eating flowers that want to grab Australia.
Yeah. Have you ever seen kangaroos? They can be pretty dangerous. There was one kicking it was like maybe a wolf, or I don't know what it was. I forget, but they can defend themselves. They're not.
Well, they are very, very muscular.
Yes.
They are born muscular. It's a part of their genetic makeup. Part of their DNA is to be born muscular because, they have to be muscular to hop around like that. But the thing is that my dog eats kangaroo. Kangaroo, because it's so much muscle, makes good meat. I'm not sure if it's humans can eat kangaroo, but I don't see why not.
Might not have a lot of fat on it, though. I don't know.
Funnel webs. What are funnel webs?
What did I miss?
You missed the talk about kangaroos.
Oh, fucking hell. Shit.
Sorry, man. You'll have to rewind.
Right. Hold on. We're talking something important. Tyler, you were talking about naming nasty preachers.
Okay, my turn to go make coffee.
Yeah, go away.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. My second favorite arsehole, if that is a thing. Let me put it here because I do have it. Young F Creations as well. I've got a folder. That's a fucking got a folder with called religion, right? Yeah. And hold on, it gets even better. Inside there, I got folders based on preachers. right?
Right.
And then I put their video, so because otherwise I get all mixed up. And is what's his silly bollocks name? Oh, Kent Hovind,
Oh yeah.
right? And the one I really fucking drilled on was the video that he made was about what? About 2 minutes or so long, where he justified the accident of a kid drowning in one of his ponds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I
that guy-
made a small clip on that. I go, fucking hell, you are a fucking disgusting piece of human being.
Yeah.
The arrogance behind that.
I mean, saying that, he's like, well, yeah, we had this accident, blah, blah, blah. But the parents were excited to come back. They had a great time. It's like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You're telling me the parents can't wait to come back to where their child drowned in your fucking death lake.
And he was going to pay for some money or for some whatever. Yeah. It's like I make a donation or something like that. It's fucking, that was off the charts.
Yeah.
That was sadistic to know. Oh.
Now, have you seen any of the videos? I heard by Cindy Lincoln, his third wife, the one he body slammed.
Yes. Yeah.
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 And talking about how the way he treats people there, that he works them like slaves, and he won't let them rest. If he sees them resting, he has a fit, and I mean it's horrible.
Yeah, but the arrogance. He's in his fucking chair, or whatever, in his desk, and he brings the young wife, and says in the camera, "Look what you missed," or something like that.
No,
in your face.
It could have been you.
Yeah. Like if he's got sex appeal, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another video that I made was yesterday, right? Similar. Well, not similar. On the sex appeal thingy, right? This woman preacher, because I was researching another thing, and this woman came along, right? When I heard it, you're like, are you for fucking real? Yeah, and she's saying that her husband's body stood up right in the middle of the night. Yeah, follow with this, right? He's sleeping, right? And I did not talk of it because I wanted her to give her own version, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to spin it because it was so fucking hilarious, right? So basically what she's saying is, but she is saying this to another two commentators on this religious talk show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's giving an experience, right? Saying that the husband or a copy of the husband rose bodily while he was sleeping, sort of like a ghost thingy.
Okay,
right?
all right,
but real body, right? So she said she's having a conversation with the dude, right? With a copy of the dude, right? And she's saying that this dude copy, 2.0 of his husband, wanted to have sexual interaction with her, right? But okay, fine, whatever, right? But the kicker here, and this is her voice, her statement. I'm not making it up. Trust me, I'm not going to make it up. She says, but I said, stop in the name of God or whatever. And I grabbed his face, and she was really expressive, graphically, right? So she said, I grabbed his face, right? And it was a lizard behind, right? I'm not fucking joking, right? So I grabbed a clip from the V series, right, which is at the end of the season, at the end of the series, where Diana,
I remember that.
Right. So she grabbed it. So I superimposed it, right, to give the illusion of her getting a thing, right? But then I put another clip of what's his name, silly bollocks, about wishful thinking. right? And what's his name? Musk thingy, the owner of SpaceX, right? Right. So he's giving a speech to some Arab dudes, right? And he's talking about wishful thinking, right? And it was so fitting to put Elon Musk, right? Whatever that. Next to her,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, next to her, saying, and I freeze framed it. Yes, there's something that I fall for, and it's wishful thinking. And he, luckily enough, he turns his head like if he's facing her. Yeah, like he was saying, yeah, you got a fucking, you know what I mean? She's an ugly dude, an ugly woman, right? And she's got the audacity to say to his congregation, right, that somebody wanted to abuse her, right? And it was the devil or Liz's or whatever, right? And she's making a big fucking deal of it. It's only about 2 minute long her conversation, right? But what the point, the point I'm getting at is that preachers are willing to make any bullshit, right? To put a content that is even fucking fictional, yeah, and portray it as true, which is it's nasty. It's seriously, it's nasty, right? I mean, only the gullible will swallow that pill, and the pill is fucking big.
Did you see Ken Hovind? He had the guy on who swore he saw like a pterodactyl in Texas. He's a truck driver or something.
Yes. Yeah, and it was I saw that video. Yeah, true. Oh yes, I was with my lorry, and all of a sudden it came across from one side to the other. So like, what? Yeah.
And this is the proof.
Yeah.
Ken.
Not also that in the past we were with them. They are now. I mean.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Which, by the way, would not disprove evolution.
No, but still, those animals did not live as a single unit, as a single entity. They don't live that long, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you need to reprocreate and all that kind of rubbish. Yeah. So you need more than one, generally.
Yeah.
So
you need a population.
Yeah, you need a population, a decent population.
A decent one.
And that would be noticeable.
With enough genetic variation that it's, it's not going to, it's not going to have some type of genetic breakdown. I mean, I think cheetahs right now are endangered. There's not enough. The DNA pool is very small. They're worried about that, but he thinks there's like 10 of these pterodactyls or something.
I think seriously. Well, seriously, within context, I'm serious, right? I think it's Ken Hovind with his fucking drones.
Re huevón este.
Yeah. Really well. Cabrón de mierda, sí. Funny you're talking about that line of reasoning. I wanted to do it in the Spanish version, right? But there are not many fucking suckers. That's it. And the Spanish population is higher in religion than probably any other speaking language. Right? You got the whole of fucking America, South America, part of the American continent, if we want to call Los Angeles, right? Yeah, the whole fucking Mexico, right? So there's a big fucking portion, but there's no they don't seem to have any type of controversy, i.e. people speaking in Spanish about this type of subject, right? Or not that much. There are, but not that much. Especially calling somebody a cunt on the internet.
Yeah. But I mean, the culture is totally different.
I agree.
Too.
Agree.
And I mean, if you're in Latin America, you tell somebody, if somebody says, "Well, I'm a communist" or something, nobody jumps on them.
No.
Or if you say, you're an atheist, it's like it's not a big deal, even though most everybody's Catholic or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can be what you are, and without the backlash that you would get in the United States.
I lived in Ecuador for
Okay.
8 years straight, right?
Yeah.
And I knew where Ecuador was, but I did not know anything about the culture, obviously, right?
Right.
And in the first 6 months, I got it, right? And shall we say, without going into too much details, I was encouraged by the family member that I was with, right? My ex-wife people, to go to this church. So for me not to be disrespectful, I went with them, right? And I almost had an argument to the point of disappearing from the fucking country, almost, right? Because with a straight face, this kid, right, inside of the church, it says, right, Jesus this, Jesus that, right? And by the way, 10%. I got go on, ¿me entiendes? Vete a tomar por culo, hijo de puta. So, yeah, straight. And yeah, my ex-wife family got pissed out of me. But don't ask me for fucking money. You can't. Yeah, you're not even trying to convince me, because they take it for granted that somebody that goes to the church is equal money grabbing or easy going to leave money.
Yeah. Well, some of
Right.
those places you have these poor people, very poor, and they'll take all their savings to pay the priest to give a blessing for their house or for when it's like you guys are starving, and the bad thing is that the priest, the church will take it.
I've seen it similar to what you said, but I've seen it a little bit worse, right? I've seen them taking livestock and baskets of their product, right? Be it potatoes, yucca, right? And any type of things that they farm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody listening knows what yucca is.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry.
It's like a potato. It's a root.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Yucca frita, no joda. Ay, me encanta, no joda. I'm talking myself into getting hungry here.
Yeah, you're talking yourself into existence.
Yeah.
Taking UK into existence. Anyway, they don't know what the fuck to talk. Anyway, so yeah, so they were talking. No, honestly, they were taking fruit, vegetables, right, as a mean of payment.
Yeah.
Right, and I also seen the same type of payment to medical professionals, cardiologists, and all that kind of thing. Poor
Right.
people.
Barter, basically a barter system.
It is almost like an agreed method of payment.
Right.
Yeah, the professional that are grounded in that country, that they've been raised there or whatever, they know the score, right? Ay, muchas gracias, señorita, muchas gracias. Esto no más, esto es lo único que tengo. No importa, madrecita, tome, vaya, gracias. Vaya con Dios. Yeah, things like that, yeah? You bring a fucking chivo, small goat, right? Yeah, like that. Man, we're sitting out. Yeah, I mean, I see that. And me being from Europe, from the UK, you don't see that in a fucking in a patient ward. You know what I mean? But it's common. you know what I mean? You got
chickens and
you got your chicken.
yeah.
You know, and they talking
Oh
like if
yeah.
it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They'll bring them on the bus.
Listen,
You know.
you
You
know,
get on the bus and there's people on there with. Sometimes they're in cages. Sometimes they're kind of running loose. You know, in some countries, you know.
It's weird, but it is 100% understandable.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they have to move stuff, and oh man. I've been, true story, again, I've been on lo que llama buseta, yeah, which is a small bus, like a mini bus type of thing, a 25 passenger plus small vehicle, right? And I've been I have witnessed 2 knife robberies inside of the place, inside of the bus, right?
Oh, okay.
Taking sneakers, whatever they can grab, right? Money or whatever. But I'm pretty sure you and I, we stand out if we are in that bus. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? We are taller, right? So I was going like that because I was working in I used to work for a recovery company, right? Vehicle recovery, right? And I had my uniform, so I was like a nobody there. Yeah. So, señor, deme su dinero. I look at the guy, you go, yeah, I got it in my pocket. So when I stood up, I don't fit in the bus. Do you understand? Because they're short.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I got I was about up here. Yeah. No, siga nomás. Yeah. It was unfortunately because they robbed, but they did not rob me. Yeah. That was the only irony on it. But it is nasty. It is nasty. It's so fucked up the country that they need to resort to rob in fucking daylight. Yeah, this was not at nighttime, daylight. Yeah, come in.
The only time I've been robbed was in Brazil on the beach. And some guy came up and he started distracting me.
Right.
He looked like handicapped or something. And while he distracted me, his friend took my bag, which had all my money and keys and stuff like that. But that was the only time. But I did find him. I took it back, but he had already taken the money out and stuff. So but it was right there in front of everybody. It was, total daylight.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Brazil?
No, I have not. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because I've been going to be a bit fucking weird. But one particular South American country, it is sort of like the same. And I haven't been also to poor places. I've been to places that were well off, right? So I understand the difference. I have seen the difference between posh people and people with almost fucking nothing. We're talking about fucking beggars and the whole shebang, right? So in any country, it is the same shit, the same event, the same way of living, right? And especially I would not even go near to a favela. Put it away. Right?
I wound up in one by mistake, and I'd been to the bank, and I'd gotten money to buy some jewels for my mother, amethysts and some other things, and I'd bought all this stuff, got on the wrong bus, and wound up right in the middle of the favela, and I was thinking, this is it.
As a recipe for disaster.
Somehow I made it out unscathed, but that was a little bit scary.
It's not that they're bad people. It's the circumstances that push it.
They're just poor, and they were all coming. They were all coming back from a bunch of them, like had machetes from working in the fields, and here I was sticking out, pretty obvious that
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
I
yeah,
did I
yeah.
didn't live there, you know.
No, it
But
doesn't matter if you live there. I mean, we stick out, if you go what I mean.
yeah, the only place I don't stick out is Argentina. Argentina, a lot of people with German heritage.
Well, of course,
So,
Hitler went.
so
All his fucking gang went over there.
yeah, yeah. So in no, in Venezuela, or Mexico, it's as soon as they see me, they know they sometimes they think I'm German, sometimes or American, but
You are from the barrio.
yeah. But when I go to Argentina, sometimes they don't know until I open my mouth, you know. You know how they talk.
Yeah.
¿Qué cosa, Entonces, Tyler, no seas boludo, chico.
No seas cojudo, sí. No, boludo. No seas boludo.
Yeah. But, so they speak very differently. But, yeah, I don't stick out there. But everywhere else, I stick out.
We've been around.
Yeah. I do want to go to Spain, though. I want to up north, Bilbao.
Right.
Yeah, I want to there, and I want to go to the Alom, in the south, Andalusia.
I've been to Cadiz, which is the actual corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go in summer. It goes probably over 45 degrees. Fucking nasty.
Yeah.
All the south in the summer is extremely hot.
And I hear Portugal is very hot.
Well, Portugal, is coastal, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it depends. I mean, and it's also a fucking small stretch of land vertically, right? So anywhere between the centimeter to the inland is cold by definition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that is inland towards Spain, anything could be hot, tropical, whatever. Yeah. So, but Bilbao, el País Vasco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all that fucking northern part, fucking cold as well.
Yeah.
So I've been there for a couple of months only visit.
What's your favorite place over in Spain?
Culturally wise, it has to be the south because of the influence of the Moors.
Yeah, the Alhambra is down there.
Right, everything. So it's because they were there. Half of the Spain were Moors for over 800 fucking years. Right, so they got because they got the aqueducts and everything. Right, in a what the fucking called in the arch format.
Right.
They got many constructions all south in that fashion. Yeah, buildings and whatnot. Obviously the Spanish people did not want to knock it down, so it gained part of the tradition. And you can see
left over from the Roman.
Yeah, he's in the chat. Hey, you're messing up with your fucking. Sorting out his video.
You talking to me?
He's got 2 cameras.
Who was that? The 7?
No, Sidney. Can you see it? Sidney's messing around with it. He's the only one who can access that.
What's that?
Oh.
So Sidney's is.
I can't get a whoops. Yeah, I can't get my camera to work.
See?
Yeah.
So
you're stuck without my face, I'm afraid.
Okay. We are very sorry.
We're so disappointed.
The best thing to do then is to write it out. Get it out of your system. Write it out. Don't send it to anybody. Just write it out. You got right how disappointed you are. And then it won't stick with you forever, for the rest of your life.
Now I will send a prayer for the webcam to come up.
Okay. That'd be nice. Let's see if it works.
There you are. Prayer.
There you go. Thank you.
Good work. We're gonna have to tell Darth he's right.
Yeah. No.
No. What you got to do is you got to say you prayed to Satan.
Yes.
Because I am a Satanist. I like. You ever heard of Baphomet? Baphomet or Baphomet?
No.
Never the statue.
No.
The satanic statue Baphomet. BAPHOMET. I can't do it here because of my resources. You know that.
Yes. I understand.
Unless, of course, I have it on my computer already. Should go back. It should be.
Eres el diablo.
El diablo.
Cuernudo.
Don't you worry. I got you. I understand everything. Everything is being recorded for translation.
For translation, what you got? A fucking Star Trek now? Yeah, you got a universal translator.
Yeah. Sidney tiene la pata de chivo.
La pata de chivo.
Sí.
The Pope?
No puede ver, pero él lo tiene.
I'm the Pope. All right, fine. If you
No.
think of me as the Pope, I'm.
No, pata.
Pata. Not
Pata,
papa.
feet.
Yeah. I think you have goat's feet.
Yeah.
Goat feet.
Thank you. That means I can climb steep mountains easy.
I saw a goat climb up a concrete dam.
Yes. Oh,
It's almost sheer. It's amazing.
You know why they do
animal.
that? Do you know why they do that?
Yes, to lick salt.
To look salt, yeah.
From the stone.
Yeah.
And then he climbed down. I thought it was going to be stuck up there, but they're amazing.
Yeah, of course. They've kind of
Amazing
evolved.
animals.
They've evolved to do that. Wouldn't you know?
It's just evolution, survival of the fittest.
Oh, I found out. I have a
Not
Baphomet picture. Hold on. There we go. Give me one moment, and I'll bring it up. Oh, there we go.
What's the name of this woman? Oh, video. It's gonna go.
What?
It's the battery.
Oh.
Oops.
Oops, what?
You lucky sod.
Ooh, good. What
lucky
happened?
sod.
Who's the luckiest sod? Me?
The battery of the yeah, you.
Oh, I mean, how come I'm a lucky sod?
You had the pleasure of not seeing me.
Well, you had that from me for a while, so I thought it's only fair that you.
True.
It's only fair that you reciprocate.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so here's Baphomet. I'm gonna give you the Baphomet.
Oh.
Baphomet. I'm gonna share.
Can you say that in English, please?
I'll spell it for you again if you like.
Where is the statue?
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
Oh, okay. I've seen that before, yeah.
Exactly. And maybe I should show the crowd or what am we looking at? What do you think? What do you think? Yes, I think we should. So I will. I just hadn't set it up because I wasn't expecting to. But here it goes.
Wasn't that in The Exorcist? Isn't that they use a figure that was something like that?
There you go. Everybody should be able to see. That is Baphomet. That's the step. That's the idol that I worship.
Yeah, but you had to click on ignore on your
Ignore
broadcast.
Why?
Ignore because it says to avoid an infinity mirror, don't share your entire screen or browser window.
I'm not. I'm just sharing a window.
Yeah. But when you share it, it gives you that message. So check your.
Okay, so if I look, I'll click ignore and see what happens.
No, it's not the image. It's
so the image you can see. So now everybody can see the image, and I'm presenting it twice. I see what's happening. Got it. All right, there you go. Back to normal.
yeah. No.
Yeah, I can see. You can see it, right?
Oh, okay. Now it's clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Thank you for that. I didn't realize that there was that option. But there you go. There's Baphomet. I wonder if I could make it any bigger. Hold on, let me see.
Now you will have to do a landscape.
No, I can do it this way. And then I'll just go, wee. There we go.
Yeah, but on your other broadcast, you showing the picture that I made, so you can put that one on the left hand side.
I see what you're saying. Excuse me. You know that I'm talking to my friends and we're live streaming and everything, and here you're bringing dirty laundry into my live stream. Yeah. Okay, let me fix that. That's funny. There, how's that?
Sidney, how do you stream the video?
Through VLC. Jenny, hold on a second. Seriously, hold on. You really are annoying everybody, especially me.
No. From your own presentation here.
Which video?
No, the one I got.
Oh yeah.
How do I share the?
Yeah, I copied it and then I played it through VLC. Hold on a second. I've got to go see what my dog's doing. All right, so I don't have to present it twice. Why not? I got to go take care of and see what my dog wants.
Yeah, but how do I use one of my picture on my one on the broadcast? On your broadcast.
Oh, you want to share your screen, right? Share your screen.
Yeah.
So open up any picture in a window and then share the window. Understand what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna go take care of my dog. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I can't. Can I?
Isn't that the the same type of figure from The Exorcist?
I don't know. Probably. Probably.
It looks a lot like it.
Oops. I just took over his fucking. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Watch this. Other Derek. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. It looked kind of like Ken Hovind's SpongeBob toy. A little bit.
Yeah, I put that up. Yeah.
With
My free will.
I can't hear that. I can't hear that. What's that?
He's desperate.
I watched this.
Yeah. Internal dialogue. Sounds familiar? Oh, no.
I can't hear a word she's saying.
Anyway, that's fucking bullshit what she just said. But anyway, I thought.
Did anybody else?
enough?
Did anybody hear that? Because I didn't.
Yeah, it should do. It should be loud enough.
No, I didn't hear the. I hear you, but I didn't hear the video.
Oh, ask the public.
Did Tyler? Did you hear the video?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. So the YouTube must have heard it. At least I hope that's what happened. No,
Can't hear it here.
They couldn't hear either. In the
Why not? That's impossible.
in the room. Well, that's impossible. Hey guys, you it's in your imagination that you didn't hear. You know, it's impossible.
Yeah, but I received a revelation that there was audio.
Yeah, well, revelation should always be checked by checking your sound, the destination, which is YouTube. If you'd have gone to double check it on YouTube, you would have heard no sound. But that funny looking lady, she's the one who said something about having sex with a reptile or something, right?
Well, the funny thing is, well, not funny thing. She was talking about her and seeing her husband raise while the husband was sleeping.
Yeah. So whoever was
that.
having sex with her was not her husband. It was the devil or something.
No, the husband, the husband that wanted to have sex, it was there. So this was a fucking trio. You know what I mean? She wanted to have some meat, a different meat.
So she had her. So she basically presented her threesome fantasy on a Christian channel. She's crazy.
Yeah, but no, hold on. It gets even better. It was the second person or the third party was a fucking lizard. That's a claim.
Well,
Because she grabbed the guy's face. She grabbed the guy's face
yes,
and it ruptured.
ruptured.
Yeah, or broke, or
Yeah, ruptured.
she ripped her face.
Yep. Very
She's,
nice. Beautiful.
she's aware of that LSD will store in fat cells, right? It can be released later. I think she dropped some acid in college or something, and it just.
I don't know.
That'll explain a
woman,
lot. That'll explain a hell of a lot.
She put. I think her bar is right by her ankles. In other words, her level of expectations.
Her level of expectations for what?
Yeah, she was very adamant that somebody wanted to have sex with her. Like if she's like a fucking bimbo or something.
Well, it's not.
Yeah.
Her husband probably didn't want to have sex with her because she's so fucking ugly.
Exactly, and she was imagining another copy of him, but lizard version.
Right. Oh, that woman is suffering some severe sexual frustration in her life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
exactly.
causing her to hallucinate. Your camera's not on there, number one. What are you, shy?
No, I'm charging. No, I'm charging. I'm charging the battery.
I thought
I cannot
you,
charge it while.
I thought you got, because I'm so much more pretty than you. I thought you sort of dropped out of the race.
No. Just give you an opportunity so you can shine.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow, that's very humanistic of you.
Indeed. Yeah. Didi told me that. Yeah.
Oh, he knows his stuff.
To be kind to others. So I learn from the best.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
He does have a video where he says he does it out of love. Yes.
Yeah, love to himself. That's what it is.
You know what they do when they
you
know when they refer to? You know when Jesus entered the temple and overthrew the tables and kicked out all the money changers, etc., etc.
Yeah, the Pharisees.
Yeah, Jesus did that out of love. Okay, it was a violent act, but it was done out of love. This is how they try and get around it. Jesus being violent.
If you know, that seems to be the only Jesus story he knows. It's the only one he brings up.
Well, it's the only one that fits with his. You know, I'm angry and I'm being violent, but I'm doing it out of love. Excuse. You know, what else could he have?
You never hear him. You never hear him speak about the Bible much or Jesus, except to defend his bad behavior. With the kicking over the table story.
Well, that's all Christians do that. They got no choice. That's you know. I don't see how they got a leg to stand on at all. But
yeah,
there's the pretty one.
I know. Don't worry about that. Yeah. I got some. The battery is charging, but it's shit. Watch. Like half charging.
Yeah.
I got two of these fuckers, but.
So what? So they was that not a good purchase?
Huh?
Not a good purchase?
No, the Sony. This Sony is meant for do a quick video or whatever. It's not for long broadcast. Yeah, the battery would run out very quickly. So
Sony's not meant for long. What do you mean?
this camera, the X3000, this model that I got,
Yeah.
right, is
Oh,
the
the
battery.
the
The
battery's
battery
not
is
supposed to last too long. Okay, so you have to
right,
switch it
right,
around. Oh, I see.
right. Come on, Sidney. Come on, wake up.
What are you talking
Right.
about? Wake up! You look, it's
No.
3
The
o'clock.
words went.
It's 3:30
The
in the
word,
morning, man.
my words went through the finger. You understood incorrectly.
I'm not understanding. You got to say it like Darth Dawkins says it. You're not understanding.
How old are you?
Just tell me how old are you? Just tell me how old are you? Huh?
I'm old enough to be in a cafeteria.
Yeah.
That's just
At the
exactly
cafeteria table.
exactly what I thought. People come in here and they say they're old enough to be in a cafeteria, but all they are is deceitful scumbags. That makes about as much sense as our friend Gary.
No, he always makes sense.
Well, he always makes entertainment.
Yeah.
His entertainment level, his entertainment factor is very high, very, very high. Thank you, Gary.
Well, he's the only one that provides content on a daily basis for Tom Rabbit.
Bill
I don't see
Pass.
anybody else.
Yeah, Bill Pastor has to go. Good night, Bill. Darth Dawkins is. You know what? I think there's been some content on Tom Rabbit from Clubhouse that didn't involve Darth Dawkins directly. I think it was more of a discussion between Christians and them saying, "Fuck this Darth Dawkins, no more mods." Something like that. I might be wrong, but I think it was on Tom Rabbit's channel.
Well, it was kind of funny, the one that they were in there talking about how to, that Darth came in and, did his usual thing or whatever, but the title of the room was something like, "Can we stop Tom Rabbit?" And then it winds up on his show.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I'm pretty sure I remember that now.
Yeah, they wanted to flag it with YouTube against in the YouTube channel. Report him.
You know what? He's such a fucking fag, that fucking Darth Dawkins.
So he's just a loser.
There, Baphomet.
Have you ever spoken with him directly, number one?
No. But I won't speak to him in his term. Trust me. What?
Do you think he would? How would we get Darth Dawkins to join this? To join this room?
To say that we're Christians.
Yeah.
We fake it, right? We fake it. I will. You know what I will do for him? I will put 180 degrees my logo. I put the cross upside down, or the right way up, shall we say? Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Just to wind them up, or sideways. That would wind them up.
Yep.
Well, we had the one guy in Jesus is Lord or something like.
Yeah. he has live streams on his channel. He has a channel that he live streams on. And I'm trying to find a time when he's live streaming, because I want to go and, he's been kind enough to come on my channel, so I'd like to return the favor when he has an open
Oh,
room.
You know what? That's one of the things that we don't see. Returning favors, to be quite honest.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
For example, in gaming channels, right? I sometimes game, right?
Mhm.
But if I subscribe to somebody, it's not tick for tag, right? But it's, I don't know, it's almost out of respect.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I subscribe to you, the least you can do is do it to me, right? You get the notification that
Understand
somebody
that, yeah.
subscribed.
Yeah.
I will do it like in a heartbeat. But no, somebody
Yeah.
needs to have 1 fucking million subscribers. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that makes him a fucking big hit. Well, I mean, he or she could be a big hit, but the arrogance behind it is noticeable.
Yeah.
I, whatever. Yeah. So
well, basically, it's like a reach around, right?
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you hear? Did you hear the reaction video I did about EA Dawa or Kalilula? Did you watch that one?
Not in entirety, but
Okay. He asked this guy. He says, how can you prove that you are you and not somebody else?
oh yeah. Ah, fucking stupid. Well, easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. It's in if we're talking to each other, it's easy because you fucking listen to me, you cunt. Yeah. End of discussion. Right. End of discussion.
Exactly.
Don't go into philosophy bullshit, right?
It's the
Do
dumbest
you see my
question.
ugly face? Yes, there you are.
Yeah.
We prove it that because if you say that I'm an imaginary, that by default means that you're not real,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm in a matrix and what I'm seeing is your ugly face, right?
Right.
And you're gonna say to me that what I'm seeing is not real. You are saying that that you do not exist. That's the defeater for that argument. Period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Or it means that you're in the matrix with me.
No. But
Right.
he's disputing my my rationale, saying that am I real? Yeah, bring it on. He's putting the burden on me. Yeah, so I'm bringing it forward to him. Fine, right? Okay. How do I prove it? Because I'm looking at your fucking ugly face. Now, if you say to me that what I'm seeing is not you, then you are not real by definition. And so then I
Alright.
said to him, I bring the ball over his court. Are you real? Yes. So therefore, I just said to you that I can see you. So then we are real. So then then we can move on from there. Then he cannot give me the bullshit about, oh, why do you know that you are that you exist?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a built-in defeater.
This is
Or-
the amateur philosopher Kalilula. He brought that to the world.
Yeah.
Kali who?
Kali Lula.
Yeah.
But the Jesus is Lord guy, you bring up the Noah's flood, and then he's talking about it could be a local flood.
Well, the thing
And
about
it's
him
like,
is
oh,
the thing
and,
about
and
him.
we
The thing about Jesus is Lord is he came into my room. He was he was a little insulting, but that's not crossing any boundaries, and he was respectful, and we had a really good conversation. And I expect to join his room and have the same experience.
yeah. But it was just a never-ending tautology, you know. It was like, okay, well, it's a local. Well, it says right here in the Bible that it covered all the, the highest hills.
Right.
Yeah, but what about the mountains? It doesn't say mountains, it says hills. Well, why would a local flood kill everybody on Earth? Maybe everybody on Earth was, right there around in that one little area. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Actually, Darth Dawkins, and I commented it on one of my videos. Darth Dawkins precisely says that, right? Precisely
what?
says that maybe they were not living in the mountains. Maybe they were living somewhere within some height, like 200 meters above sea level, on the mountain or whatever, but not necessarily on the top. And God only filled up to the living area, shall we say?
So there's
Right,
the what if, right?
Yeah. Even Ken Hovind has a better comeback from that. He says, well, if it was a local flood, why didn't Noah's family just move? Why build a boat? Why go to all that trouble? I mean, even he's smarter than that, and he's a dumb shit.
Well,
And
he's
even he figured that out.
Listen, I can't build a boat that'll float. Can you?
No, you know how hard it would be to construct a boat of that even with a team
That's what
of
I'm
workers,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
of experienced
Yes, for sure.
shipbuilders.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to say, man, you're superhuman. Who was it? Noah? Moses?
Noah.
Who,
Yeah,
no,
Noah.
yeah, Noah built the boat.
Nah, I didn't fucking build it. Anyway,
I didn't
I've seen,
build it.
yeah, it's fucking logical. I've seen videos
Yeah.
where container ships have broken in half.
Yes.
There's a couple of videos there, right? In high seas.
Mhm.
Do you think a fucking wooden boat, right, with fucking 5 or 6 inch nails, right? Because I don't see them getting fucking
Yeah,
iron
but what if
from-
if they put an elephant on either side of the boat for the stability?
Shit, you got me there.
Huh?
Yeah.
You got me there.
Figured-
And
you figured it out.
and a hippopotamus on either side, okay? And a dinosaur on either side, right?
Yeah, no. Oh, I got a counter. What if one of the elephant wanted to go for a shit and go to the other side? Yeah.
Okay,
It
you'll
must
have,
be
you'll have a little rocking. You'll have a little rocking,
eh,
but maybe
exactly,
not that much.
exactly. Or the hippo was say, oh, the elephant wants to go to a shit for there, so the hippo was coming onto the opposite direction to counterbalance.
Who weighs more, a hippo or an elephant?
Elephant.
You think?
Was the
Oh
biggest.
no, there's a way of saying it in a funny way. Is a ton elephant weighing a ton? No, the other way around. I fucking forgot it because I know it in Spanish.
Okay,
Yeah.
say it in Spanish. Tyler will.
No.
Yes, yeah. Come on, the spotlight's on you, dude.
Is it, ¿De qué color es el caballo blanco de Santiago?
What color is the horse of Santiago?
No, ¿de qué color es el caballo blanco? Blanco.
Okay. There's
What
white horse.
What color is the white horse of Santiago?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Well, the irony here is that it tells you within the sentence it's
Yeah.
telling you.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
It's negro.
Negro Sabachi.
Well, I wonder, has Kent ever thought about how to handle the methane buildup on a boat? I mean, if you look at the ark that Ken Ham has built.
The Ark Encounter.
Yeah, but
Ark Encounter.
you're assuming that the time on the ark was spent feeding the animals, hay and grass and dead things and whatever. But God made it so that while the ark was saving humanity and animals, he made it so that they just had to eat little like kibble out of the clay jars that they had stored.
Well, maybe
And
it's
they
like a
didn't-
dispenser.
And they
like,
didn't have to eat very much because even the elephants didn't have to eat very much because God made it that way. Prove
Well,
me,
maybe-
prove
no,
me
maybe-
wrong. Prove me wrong.
No. What about the fucking? This is supposing that the ship could go afloat and survive. right?
We have to presuppose that the ship.
Indeed. Now,
Yeah.
second, a second presupposition is that you can imagine fitting all the animals. That's the second one. Yeah. And third one, which is probably even the most important, how the fuck you feed carnivores? Because the idea was
With a little.
you get Mary Poppins umbrella. See if you can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how everything is explained by the flood, including the craters on the moon. That was somehow the waters came bursting out of the earth, and it shot up into space. They turned to ice or something, and then that's how and they hit the moon. That's where the craters come from. I mean, it's just. That's Kent.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be in some sort of, how can I say, psychedelic product to be able to entertain that possibility anyway, right?
But what if
That's
you're
what-
not? What if you're not? What if it's actually your belief?
It
Then
doesn't matter. Belief is a belief. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I just said that already. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Right. You have to bring it to the table, and then if you want to share it as fact, then you got your work cut out. Then it's your burden. Yeah. I would believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, but don't say to me prove the negative like that. Fucking retard. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a clip of Darth actually talking to Tone Loc and those guys, Antonio and his crew, and he even says that, you can't prove a negative like that. I mean, it's not. He knows that it's bullshit too.
Yeah, but even that guy Tom Lowe, I've seen him to try to imitate his
Exactly. The whole
his
thing,
master.
the tone and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the cheddar.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
He's inexperienced. It's the same as his virginity. So that's why he has to go. Well, he has it.
Oh God.
Too much as well? Nah.
Oh.
Trust me, I'm ready. I'm ready to face.
Aquí está.
Yeah. Sidney, you're right, yeah?
Am I right? No, yeah, but I keep on. My network keeps on dropping. So yeah.
That's because you're sharing a lot. That's the problem. You're sharing too much bandwidth.
No,
Well,
no. This time, no. I lost the network on Google Meet. Now, the previous time I lost my network adapter, because my computer is pretty much on its last legs. So yeah, that's what happened.
No, but the adapter resides on the router.
No, the network adapter in my computer we're talking about. So what I do is I do a diagnostic check, and then the computer fixes it. That's the.
Well, yeah, but what it's doing is actually shutting down the router and rebooting it, or shutting it and opening.
No,
it.
It's got nothing to do with the router. The router doesn't die. I mean, I do have times when the whole computer just shuts down. Then, again, the router doesn't die. But the router will die when the cat kicks the plug or something.
Right.
It's time for me to head to bed anyway.
No problem, dude. Thanks for.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock here in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, well, for you, 4 o'clock is lunchtime or something, isn't it? You're number one.
No, for me, 4 o'clock is time to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, well, we've been going for, again, longer than I should have, 3.5 hours. So I will say good night to everybody. Thank you for dropping by. You guys especially. And I'm going to just...
Yeah, good to see you again, Sidney.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
Who weighs more? A hippo or Shiny for Christ? Shiny because
Is
he's
there a
got
difference?
extra counterweights. Jane Harry.
Yeah, you're going in. You're going in and out.